All right, hello there, folks. Welcome to a special Thursday stream. Obviously, normally I stream on Fridays, but I do have off today from work. The way it works is I have off on Fridays, and then everybody has off on Friday this week, so I get an additional day off to make up for the fact that I work a longer 10-hour day on the other days of the week. But anyway, my extra day off is Thursday, and so we have some time today, and we're gonna do a little bit of our Civ 7 stream. This is again like at least as far as my stream's concerned, like the ugly duckling civilization game. Not a ton of people seem to be all that interested, but I'm still trying to mix it in every now and then. We are continuing with our Pachacuti Nepal game, Strength of the Mountains here. I'm gonna turn up the sound just a little bit. It's a little bit soft right now. Welcome, Burninator. So I don't think we'll have a ton of people here today because it's an unusual day for me to stream, but we'll go ahead and continue this. I'm hoping to finish the ancient era on stream, and then if I can finish the age today, then I can do the stupid era transition off stream. I don't know how long that'll take. Hopefully, it'll take a couple of hours, and then we'll get back to this game probably after we finish the Civ 4 AI Survivor Championship, which is next week, next Friday. We have the Season 9 Championship. Scheduling's a little bit awkward here. It would have been better to like finish the season and then play Civ 7, but that's just kind of like how the timings lined up in terms of how this stuff fit into the schedule. The reason why I'm not streaming on a Friday this week is it is the July 4th Independence Day holiday here in the United States. We have family coming in from out of town. My brother lives in Chicago. He and his family are coming back here to the Baltimore, Washington area. They're actually getting in sometime this evening. And we're going to be hanging out with them tomorrow. So, as much as I like streaming, I would prefer to go visit my brother, who I only get to see a couple times a year, who's in town for the holiday. So, yeah. Ah, yes. Okay, so yes, so got the save back. So, anyway, those of you who are just getting here, I mentioned last week when I did the Civ game, the AI Survivor game, I was like, I didn't stream Civ 7 in part because a patch had literally come out like 2 days before, and it broke a bunch of the interface mods that I was using. They have been since fixed. I actually couldn't even load the save game at first until I disabled the mods I'd been using. And then I was able to get the save game to load, and then since then they've been fixed. Now I'm only running basically I guess three mods. One is the increase to the settlement limit. The other one is the patch limit. What is it? The patch previews, policy card previews, which I basically view as mandatory to play the game. Because normally the game will not tell you like what you're getting from the policies. It would just say +2 gold in all settlements. The +14, that's added by the mod. Like, this actually tells you what you're getting from running these. Which it really feels like the game should tell you that, but it does not. Anyway, that has been like mandatory to play the game since it started. And then I'm also running one called City Hall that does little things like tell you how much things cost. I know, right? You would think that Civ 7 would tell you how much a building costs to build, but it does not. It does not tell you how much it costs to build things. It just tells you how many turns remaining. So this interface mod does that, and it also gives you more information here. It will tell you things like how much food the city has. The default game will only tell you 9 turns to growth. Does not tell you how much food you have, how much you need. Does not. You can get how much you are making per turn, but it does not tell you how much you have or how much you need. I mean, just like this is so basic, right? The fact that the game doesn't tell you this. So anyway, you get a lot more information about what's actually happening in these cities. Getting back to the actual game, though, are we going to kill Ashoka today? That's the goal. I tried to play peacefully with this guy. I really did. But he denounced me. I actually used influence to counter his denouncement. And then just out of the blue, for no reason, at the end of the last session, he just declared war. And he actually got a massive war score penalty for that reason, because it was like a sneak attack with someone he was friendly with. He got a huge penalty to that. So anyway, what we're going to try to do is he's decided he wants to be our enemy. So we're going to try to take him over. Now, that's easier said than done. This is immortal difficulty. One thing the AI does do in Civ 7 is they spam units. This guy will spam units, but the AI has no idea how to use them. And if we actually are getting a combat bonus, we should be able to take on this guy. While I was off stream, I actually had a chance to look at this, and I realized I've got all this influence sitting in the bank. There are no more city-states to befriend. Now, one thing I could do is I could spend more influence on supporting myself, and I'll probably do that eventually. But there's actually another thing you can do with influence, and that is you can spend influence to get units from your city-state allies, because they have no clue how to use them. I'm actually going to do that. So let's go ahead and grab an archer here. Because right now at the start of the war is when I need them most. So like right now I've just got this archer here. So shoot this guy? Sure. Why not? See, note the -4. He actually gets a -4 penalty to his strength because of that war score differential up there. And then he gets +5 because it's immortal difficulty. But like basically that +4 war score is basically offsetting the immortal bonus. And like without that bonus, the AI cannot fight. Like, they just cannot fight at all without that. So we can go ahead, we'll grab an archer. And then the other thing what I really want is I need more ships in the water. I have 2 galleys up here. There's actually 2 more galleys. Despite the fact that this is hanging out near La Venta, galley is actually a unit that was built by this city-state down here. So we're going to yoink both of these galleys. I can get the next one in like 3 turns. And we're just going to combine. These 2 are healing. I think with 4 galleys, I can control the seas. I'll just keep them packed together. Unfortunately, I can't get a naval commander until the next era, which is kind of dumb, but I can't. So we're just going to spam out archers. We're going to collect our units. I actually have units. They're just not on the Ashoka front lines. And yeah, we're going to march over here and try to kill this guy. Let's see what he does. All right. So currently, they're attacking the city-state allies, which is not a surprise. But, like, notice this guy just stood here and healed for 10. I just shot him for 33. Like, what is that doing? Anyway, we discovered currency, which does have some useful things. The bath sounds good, but the problem is food is not really that helpful in this game. The plus 10% growth rate is nice. It actually does not increase growth by 10%. It cuts the amount of food you need to grow to the next size by 10%. So a very misleading effect right there. But the market's nice. Gold is always strong in this game. And it also gives you +1 resource capacity. We'll definitely want to build that. Someone's already built the Colossus, by the way. Also, this unlocks Specialists, although I found that Specialists aren't really that good in the Ancient Era. And then it also unlocks this new victory condition thing, plus GDP per turn from gold buildings. Okay, so this turn, our archer did get smacked in, there we go. Wait, I was trying to move the archer, but we'll just move back to the city center tile. We'll go ahead and shoot here. And we'll move here, and then fortify. I'm outnumbered, which looks really bad, but again, the AI has no idea how to use these units effectively. This scout is probably doomed, but we'll try to move him back to safety. You never know. All right, archer. I'm also trying to remember which key moves the map, and which one moves the map and which one moves units. Okay, this archer, you guys need to be sailing down here. So where do we actually get attacked? Here, yeah, I saw that attack. And then, okay, my scout was attacked, that's it. Also, Weiyang Palace was finished by another AI. Okay, sure, great. Alrighty, so we get the chance to grow again down here. And I think we just grab another mountain tile, because why not? Mountain tiles are so good for us. These yields are just awesome. I'm going to keep grabbing the mountain tiles. And up here, okay, this city is a little bit weaker. Or, excuse me, this town is a little bit weaker. I think we'll just grab this. Unless we want to grab a resource, but the crabs are not really that great. We don't really need happiness. I don't think we really need food. Let's just grab this is the best tile available, so let's just grab this. It'll also, yeah, give us a little more control over there. We actually had 3 town growths, what the heck. Alright, anyway, we'll grab that marble, I think. That's the best yield available here. Although, wait, hold on. Mountain on 1, 2, I can hold, actually, I should hold that tile for mountain. Well, maybe not. I was going to say, do I hold that tile for mountain home? But I forgot you can actually swap tiles now. So we can always trade that back if we need to. All right, time to research something else. Let's see. Currency 2 is not very useful. Navigation would let us have quadriremes, but it's a very expensive tech. We probably just need to do the wheel because that's a relatively cheap tech. It's the cheapest of the availables. Engineering, amphitheater, military tradition gives us the blacksmith, which is the other production building. Blacksmith, this is probably the best building we want. And then math would give us more science in the form of the academy. I found it's very difficult to get science in the ancient era. Like there's one building early, right? There's the library, which is here at writing, and then the next science building is like at the end of the tech tree. It's like math is the most expensive tech in the era. So you can't get the tier 2 science building until the era is like over. It's just very hard to get science in this era unless you have like a unique building or something that provides it. Let's see. This is not very... I mean, we could use this for a codex. That would give us some extra science, right? We could also do this to try to get a steal technological advancement from the enemy. That's also a possibility, just because it's pretty cheap. Because then we could use influence to steal attack from these guys, which might not be bad. We don't need +1 movement. We don't even have siege units yet. I might need ballistas, though, in order to deal with the defenses. So I guess I'll get this. I might need that to crack city defenses down the road. So probably better to get that. Now, if we want to, we could have set a town focus here if we wanted to. I don't think mining town would be very effective here. Again, it would be nice if it would tell you what these actually did. I think we'll just let this keep growing. I don't really see much else. We're not going to be rush buying buildings in there at the moment. All right. So these guys, we might as well pay to upgrade them to spheres. But we don't really need other buildings that badly right now. We'll just finish upgrading these guys. Oh, I guess you can't just yet. All right. Well, anyway, you shoot this guy. Unfortunately, we're not getting Commander XP for this, but you shoot that guy. All right. Just like that, we've got that under control. And then since you can't... all right, so it's left-click moves the map, right-click moves the units. I mean, we might as well move you because you can't upgrade this turn. So see, we have reinforcements on the way coming down here. Wait, why did my archer lose? Oh, no, never mind. My archer already shot this turn. All right, army commander's fine. They'll attack the city center before they attack the archer. By the way, notice that in both of these cities, I was building archers, and they're like 98% finished, so we'll have 2 more archers pop out next turn. Meanwhile, over here, we've got... this settler is trying to settle a city up here, but we got to retreat back for the moment until we deal with this random unit. We've got this random sword running around here. All right, you can just skip your turn. There's nothing for you to do. Pretty straightforward, though. I mean, like, these units are just not really scary. All right, we're going to be at 99 influence next turn. Are you kidding me? That's annoying. Wait, I didn't even... Wait, why did it not prompt me to move this unit? This unit's just kind of exploring for the time being. By the way, he's also going to get control of this city-state in 4 turns, so I'm going to have to be ready to kill this city-state when that happens. Because I can't win the influence race. Who's city-state? Okay, and this is going to be a hostile galley as soon as that happens. Oh well, we'll deal with that down the road. Yeah, again, note that the AI just kind of shuffles units around without achieving anything. Typical. They only launch, what, 1 attack? An unmet city-state has been... Oh, that's going to be a trouble. They have a quadrireme over here. That's going to be very ugly to deal with. As soon as he gets control of this city-state, that's going to be very, very ugly. Yeah, we only 1 unit actually attacked us. I've mentioned before about how the AI just doesn't... Wait, why are there 2 swords over here? Whatever, Mountain Home will just have to... No, I didn't want to move this... I hate 1 unit per tile so much sometimes. I click on here. Why would it default to moving the settler first? Why would it default to that over the military unit? That's so bizarre. Anyway, this guy's just got to stand here for the time being. The settler was supposed to stand in place and heal. It's not worth reloading for that, but, like, I could have healed. Anyway, if I move up here, they can attack me. I have to stay here this turn. So you just chill. There we go. All right, you need to just keep skedaddling this way in the hopes that you can survive. All right. Meanwhile, new archer. We need more archers in both cities for right now. I mean, we can literally like one turn the archers. I'll just get a few of them, and that it's been another long-standing criticism of me in this game is units are too cheap. Like they get built way too quickly. All right, so you fire on you. If I can move the screen. Yes, attack. Yes, attack here. Thank you. You are gonna skedaddle back a tile. Oh, what the? We can't shoot there? Are you kidding me? Why can't we attack? Oh my god. Anyway, welcome those of you just getting here. I hate this game's terrain. It's so bad. Like, why would moving from here to here cause me to be unable to attack this guy? It makes no sense. Like, the reason why is there's vegetated forest in this tile. Like, are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Vegetated forest. So even though we have a freaking brickyard and saw pit, this is literally an urban tile that's part of our city. We can't shoot over this tile. I mean, can you even see the forest? Can you even see it? Let me turn off the yields for a second. Not that I can even like. Where's even the option to see that? Like, can you even see that there's a forest on this tile? It looks identical. Like, look at this tile. How can you tell that there's a forest there? There's no visual indication. It looks exactly like this tile, which is not far. Like, there's literally no difference. But, like, what do you even, like... Anyway, just, like, the terrain in this game, I constantly trip up over the terrain over and over and over again. And that is annoying enough that I actually am going to reload the autosave. Because otherwise I can't shoot with my archer this turn. And that other tile is also forested. There's not a single visible forest, and yet it's apparently forested. Like, why would you make the game this way? Why have you not fixed this? This game came out 14 months ago or 16 months ago or whatever. It's ridiculous. Like, this is so basic. Terrain should be very visible immediately. You should always be able to tell what the tile is at a glance. Anyway. Apologies, but like that just when something little like I have to play with the yields on or else I can't tell what the heck the terrain is. Alright, once again, defaults to the settler tile. Why? I don't know. Alright, attack. We're just gonna do all the same things again, except alright, archer. Attack this guy. There we go. Great general. Move here so you get XP. You'll probably get attacked, but if we can kill this unit and get it off the board, that's worthwhile. You heal, continue to fortify and heal. Alright, you. Can we move? Okay, so we can move a tile forward. Upgrade. You guys move down this way. Move down here. You're going to get stuck on the terrain, but that's fine. Alright, more archers. Archers moving down. Army commander just chills here. We'll do another archer out of both of these, and at that point we might actually be okay. I'm going to need to get another army commander at some point soon too. I might need, but I think we're going to be like just like that. We're pretty much going to have control. Like, what is this guy going to do, right? I think we pretty much have control over this battlefield already, especially because we're about to yoink this galley. And I think with 4 galleys, we can probably kill that thing. With 4 galleys. I think a pair of archers can deal with these warriors in the back lines. And then we'll save any more influence to pump up our war score. I definitely need another unit in the west, but again, I have an archer popping out. We'll see if two of them can handle this, or if we need a third unit. Yeah, but like these, let's see, this will give me 3 spears, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 archers. That's probably about as many as I can maneuver with without like running out of room. Maybe I'll probably do another archer and give me 6. And then hopefully that'll be enough. And then we'll probably need siege units after that. Plus we'll have the galleys on the water to support us. Oh, and I have these 2 archers up here as well. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's probably about enough archers. Because you just, again, under 1 unit per tile rules, like you can only fit so many on the battlefield at once. Okay, at least we actually did get attacked there. Alright. We picked up... Alright, let's see. This policy is better than something. It's better than this, at least. Wait, where did it go? Don't need this. Wait, or do I now have... Wait, where did it go? Oh, I guess I had another slot for that. Okay, again, this interface is so terrible. Why can I only see 3 things at once? Like, why is so much interface space not being used here? Anyway, narrative choice. 25 science. That's because we are almost friends with this city-state. Almost. Anyway, I would like another galley, please. Alright, thank you. My galleys are just going to load up around this unit. Alright, oh, well, guess what? Bye. Alright, so here, this archer took some damage here. Where did our new... Okay, our new archer popped up on a not very safe tile. But you know what? We can just move here. Again, we apparently we can't fire on this guy from here, which is again just ridiculous, but whatever. There we go. Can you shoot this guy? Yep. Alright. And then no, why take damage if we don't have to? Yeah, yes, shoot that guy, please. Alright, there we go. Alright. The army commander can move up here. Yeah, we're kind of tearing right through this. So much for that army. We'll start moving forward. You should probably just pop into the army, honestly. That guy's healing. That guy fired. Alright, meanwhile, over here... No. I'm not reloading for that, but the movement rules in this game are just bad sometimes. That was... granted, that was more of a misclick on my part, but still. Alright. It's partly because I haven't played this game in a little bit. I just have to get used to which one's moving and which one's like staying in place. Alright. What's the fastest way for you to get down here? I know you're not full health, but good enough. Alrighty. Because I mismoved that unit, let's get one more archer, and then we'll go back to... it's two... I don't want to do a 2-turn archer build. We'll see if we can maneuver with these guys. Alright, we do want the barracks, though. Let's definitely get this. I'm also going to need the market, because I've been... Like, these units do cost money to support. Alright. Adjacencies for resource and wonders. What is this? The other building on here. Brickyard. No, we don't want to pair it with the brickyard. Pair it with... Library. Yes, they get the same adjacency bonuses, so that's fine. And that'll complete a quarter. It only takes 3 turns. King Cotton, you give me another archer. And then we'll go from there. Town's growing. Oh, we should grab that sheep resource. Now we have an additional resource we can give to somebody. Sula's better Tiwanaku. What's the sheep again? Food and happiness. Sure, why not? And now we need a new civic to research. Okay. So what did we just finish? Citizenship was the one we just finished, right? Or no, we already had that one. Was it discipline? No, we had discipline before. This one, we just finished public life. Okay, entertainment. Rites and rituals is quite good. We should probably just take this. N+1 settlement limit. Yeah, I think I want this. And this one's pretty darn good. And then organized military. Actually, organized military would be really good too. I want both entertainment and organized military. But I have to go through tactics to get this one. So let's do entertainment. And then we'll go for the bottom of the line after that. Hospitality is fine. We don't really need that. Code of Laws 2. That's not really going to help us either. Yeah, we'll get entertainment and then tactics, organized military. We want those plus settlement limits. Literacy would be nice if I had more libraries. Yeah. By the way, they reworked. What is this? Yeah, okay. First to reach mathematics. They reworked the governments in this patch that just came out. So this is a little annoying over here, but I feel like we can take care of it. Maybe I'll slot. Maybe like this archer can sling over here too. Anyway, it looks like the actual front line is pretty much under control at this point. Promotion available. Excellent. First things first. So I always promote my army commanders the same way, and that's because this is absolutely mandatory. You have to have this. Our commander should just start with this ability, which is that units can load and units can unload and immediately move and attack. If you don't have this, when a unit pops out of the commander, they lose their turn. Like you have to have this, or the army commanders are like pointless if you don't have this. And once you take this, you want to get down to these commendations. These are the really strong ones, and this one in particular is the strongest. +5 combat strength for land units within the command radius. This is just the best. You want this. This is what you need. If you're playing on like Immortal Deity, the AI gets ridiculous strength bonuses. You need this to compete with them. So the goal is you have to get to this as soon as possible. So since you need to take this, and then you want to get to this as fast as possible, once you take this, you need to go down the assault line. And the good news is there's a lot of stuff that's really good in the assault line. Storm +2 combat strength for ranged units when attacking. That's great. So yes, take that. And then the next one is +3 strength for siege units, which is great too. And then the final one is useful as well. Infantry and cav deal +5 combat strength when at full health. Like, that's also very good. So everything in here is good. None of the others are nearly as good. It's like, okay, +2 strength when defending. That's nice. But you'll notice most of the time I'm actually attacking, not actually defending. It's nice, but like these other ones are nowhere near as good. +2 strength when on a district. Well, if you're attacking someone, you get no benefit, and you're usually attacking in this game. Complete fortifications 1 turn faster. It's like, okay. +3 strength on fortification. Again, it's like, I guess if you're defending, maybe in multiplayer this is useful, not against the AI. +1 gold for each unit. It's like, oh, cool, I can use my promotions to get 4 extra gold per turn. Great. Awesome. Extra production, more unit. Now, this is nice to have 2 more unit slots, but again, there's better stuff. And then this one's nice, too, to get extra movement. But again, it's just like, get combat strength. That's what matters. Get the ability to move after unloading and get combat strength, because that's what actually wins you these fights. All right, anyway. So, now this makes no sense. Why can we shoot over the vegetated forest here when we couldn't shoot over back there? That don't make no sense. But anyway, sure. So we'll do that. Okay. Now the problem, again, it would be nice to know how much health our unit has. We can't, unfortunately, tank this attack without dying. We could kill this. Actually, no, we can't kill that guy. So we probably just pull back into the army commander, to be perfectly honest. For this turn. Alright, now as for the commander. This guy we can unload, but we probably would rather have him heal. We could unload him on this tile, and then he could shoot and kill that guy. I guess we should do that. Is this a vegetated tile? Nope, that one is not. Unload here. This guy, there's a decent chance this guy dies, but the AI is also a moron, so there's a chance that doesn't happen either. That's fine. We got another archer popping out. I wanted to get rid of that guy. I wanted to make sure there aren't too many attacks incoming against this guy. That spearman just heals. Alright, meanwhile, this guy can come up and then frontline for us. Alright, what's the AI doing over here? Standing in place to get shot, as usual. Oh, they're attacking something with sheep. Okay. I didn't think they were going to do that. Okay, well that's fine. That's why we have money. The power of money. Oh, we need one more turn to be able to purchase a spear. It's not going to die this turn. I don't think, anyway. Can't get any closer, unfortunately. I could purchase an... Actually, I should probably purchase an archer, just so that there's a unit standing in there. Yeah, we should. Now, granted, when a city's under siege like this, they probably should not allow you to purchase units in there. That would seem like it would make more sense. On the plus side, though, our settler can run forward now. Anyway, you're fine. Skip your turn. I didn't anticipate that they would just run over there and start attacking that other city. Okay, no, I'm not moving. I'm trying to look at the map right now. Let's see. Probably you go there. How about you pop in the water here? You'll get over the front lines faster. Again, I'm a little leery that this city-state is going to go hostile in one turn. I need my galleys to be ready to jump on that thing. And mass tag team it. So I'm going to need you back here. And you come on back here. Oh yeah, we have units all around ready to deal with this when it pops up. Alright, so this grew again. Yeah, towns grow very quickly when they're first starting out. We're going to take the gold tile here. What's the gold do again? What does that say? Okay, yeah, I understand. Gold. +1 gold and +1 happiness in all settlements. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Alright. So I think we have this mostly under control, and then we'll just start moving forward. We can start building up a bank account again. Alright, let's see what they actually do. Okay, they were actually wise enough to kill an archer there. I'm not surprised. We did lose an archer. I gained 60 influence. Okay, I was going to lose that race anyway. So you know what we can do? Support yourself, Ed. There we go. Now we get +5 combat strength. So the immortal difficulty bonus is completely neutralized. Alright. Well, where are we actually sending this settler again? Well, hold on, let me think for a second. 1, 2, 3. So I think we were gonna go here on the yeah, I think we were gonna go here. All right. Anyway, time to get rid of these. You move up along the road. And then you move here and shoot. Alright, well there goes one of them, and the other one will be dead shortly. Completed the Triumph to Fellow Giant. Suffer -5 war weariness in a single war. Great. I'm sure he's super happy about that. Let's see, so in terms of resources... 1, 2. We can't get to the jade. We could get to the iron, though. That actually seems valuable enough to get. That would be useful to get. So let's go grab that iron. We can't get it on this growth. We can get it on the next one. The farm? This is not a great spot. I guess that's the best yield available, though. All right. So I don't think we need more units just this moment in any way. We should probably do the unique district. Oh no, we're gonna finish the monument. Don't we have like half a quarter done where we're gonna put this? Let's see. Let's see. Improve here. Let's see. I mean, what's the bonus for monuments again? Mountainous terrain, natural wonder. Okay, this city has none of any of that. So we might as well just build somewhere we don't care about. This is actually a pretty terrible tile here. So we'll just build on this tile. And we'll pair it with just something random. Maybe the garden. Where does the garden want to go? Somewhere up here? I don't know. I guess I should think about where I want to put the unique quarter. It wants to be next to quarters and wonders. Okay, so this pretty clearly wants to go on this tile here. So let's not put it on this. We'll save that tile for the unique quarter. Yeah, I kind of like that spot down there. The market and the garden probably have to go together because they both go on like water tiles. Anyway. Okay, overthinking this. Actually, do I really need... The unique quarter actually feels like it's a better build right now. So let's put that there. Okay, units. I have units that can attack and do things. Okay, so you can attack from there. So let's take the army commander. Move you back a tile. So now... Did that use up that unit's movement? Why did the army commander use up its movement? I moved on a freaking road. Why did it has 3 movement? Why did it lose all its movement? I was moving on a road. There's literally a road here. Why does moving here use up its movement? It must be some zone of control BS. Whatever. That's just... It just doesn't even make sense because now this archer doesn't get XP this turn. Whatever. Yes, shoot the person next to you. Yes. Anyway. At least we're getting plenty of XP here. Now we'll kill the army commander. Or at least damage the army commander. Let's see, archer. Get you out of the water. You can be on lookout mode for right now. Alright, I mean, we're still cleaning up pretty easily. And we're actually getting a lot of XP in the process, too. It's just annoying, that's all. Just annoying. Okay, I mean, his army's pretty much dead already. And then we're going to roll forward with all these. You can see I'm already back to building infrastructure because I can't even fit more units. All right, meanwhile, we got to kill this ship. That's the most dangerous thing here. The good news is we have enough room to get all of these ships in place. Even while these archers also come down. Yeah, we got the archers out of the way. I think I'm actually going to let him attack me. Does he have a range? Oh, wait. Does he have a ranged attack? They don't have ranged attacks, do they? I wish I could see their abilities by highlighting them. Alright, well anyway. I don't think he can kill a ship of mine. There we go. Next turn that thing will be dead. And then we'll move forward and kill this. And then we'll see from there. We might try to maneuver in the back line. So the galleys will have to come down here. We can't really hit this city. Because galleys only have 1 range. You can't shoot 2 tiles inland. But they could come down here and start blasting Pataliputra, I suppose. Yeah, Sagunia may need some help because the AI just is so bad at defending itself. I don't really want Sagunia to die, but we'll see. All right. Something with sheep. All right, so they completely took out the... See, this is why I needed a unit over here, because they completely took out the defenses, but this threat is basically over now. Now, I should be able to move here and still fire, because it's on a road, right? Yes, thank you. I never know what's going to happen with, like, the movement rules. Anyway, so we'll kill that probably next turn. And our settler's ready. Alright, so we got attacked here. And our galley got attacked. Okay. There we go. So we took that out. Now I'd actually like to have these ships heal before going too far forward. You can only heal in my territory, though. Wait, what the? That unit just moved out of the city. I can actually disperse it by just landing a unit in there. I guess I could heal down that King Cotton, I suppose. Maybe I should have had one of the injured units clean that up. Alright, well... What do we actually have? We have one archer in there healing. Alright, you probably should just keep... Actually, you archer should probably jump in the commander. Alright, army commander, move forward a tile. I'm on the army commander, right? Yeah, now moving here. Now, somebody explain this to me. I have the army commander here, moves to this tile, its turn is over. I move here to here, its turn is not over. I guess it's some zone of control thing, but it's just like, what? Still very confused. Alright, there's no threat now, so you can pop out and attack this army commander. No reason not to. And you, okay, you can't hit that. You can't hit, okay. Should have, I guess, had someone else attack first. Alright, you are in my territory, so why don't you heal for this turn at least? That's an odd way to move, but okay. I guess you can't climb the cliff there. You'll be full health next turn. You should heal. You move up and you hop in the army commander. Oop. And you also should pop in the army commander. So we now have two archers in there, and then the commander can scoot up a tile too. You are healing, and same thing for you. Heal, and you can maybe pop in next turn. You scoot forward. Okay, so this is new. We get the... This is new how the celebrations... They changed how the governments work. We can get either 200 gold immediately or +1 food. I feel like the 200 gold is better, honestly. Well, that is only 3 turns worth of income. Obviously, the earlier in the game, the +1 gold is better, but like, how much... Oh, it's +1 food in town for each connected settlement. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Because, like, Sherpaville has... Close this... Like, how many connected settlements does this one have? Connections. Like this has 4... This would be 4 food per turn for... let's take the food, actually. I'm kind of interested to see how this works. Let's try this. I guess I'm not that desperate for gold. Oh, and we get to run another policy. We have so many policies right now. I mean, I guess it's this. We don't need any of the others. I guess it's the modest increase in culture. Alrighty, so we get the chance to pick another tile here. We could do the horses, I suppose. Or we could do the marble. Actually, the marble might not be bad. Or we just get more... Actually, let's just get more production. Production is what matters in this game. Like, production is king. Just give me more production then. Alright. Become the suzerain of... Yeah, we know that. That was at the start of the turn. Alright, so we finished the barracks. I guess we did the market and the garden next. And at that point, it's like, well, what do we build? We're out of stuff to build. Let's see. So the market, I guess, has to go here. I guess we could put it here, but that doesn't seem particularly worthwhile to lose all those yields. Market, and then that goes with the bath. Yeah, we'll put the market and bath together so we can finish a quarter. But, like, there's not... Yeah, so, like, by this turn, we've basically cleared the front lines completely. That was what, like 5 turns to completely seal the front lines. Hi, Willow. Yeah, so like nothing attacked us this turn. All right, well, that's it for this city-state. No, not. Oh, I guess we have to actually attack it. I guess we'll push forward. Maybe these things can heal if we can take one of these enemy cities. All right. Oh, we need a name for our new settlement, you guys. Oh, nice. This is cool. So this is the new Triumph system. Is you've earned these dedications. At the start of the next stage, you'll be able to choose up to 3 dedications. I don't think we actually get this. The towns gain 2 additional population. I think this is something we can get at the start of the next era. It made the town Buttwall. Buttwall, nice. Can we support ourselves? No, we need 90 for that. We'll do that next turn. Oh man, what a great name. Anyway, let's go grab those mountain tiles because those are the ones we want. No name required. No rename required. I mean, let's just. Where's the rename option? Here, no, not Pompeii. No, wait, what the? I thought that was the one where. Oh, up here? Ah, here it is. Butt wall. No name required, I know, right? Anyway. So, like, again, what happened to the AI? Where did its units go? Like, what happened? Anyway, so yeah, let's keep pushing. Let's start pushing forward here. Again, as you would expect, melee units in the front, ranged units behind. I mean, like, we can just unload this dude here. Can he fire from that tile, though? I guess is the question. Are we going to get... Yeah, we're going to get trapped by the stupid zone of control rules again. Alright, Army Commander, move forward. And I guess we can't unload because we're inside the Army Commander. Why don't you heal for this turn? Oh, that... Okay, I probably shouldn't have moved next to that sword. That's okay. This unit will not die in 1 hit, and then it can heal afterwards. This guy I should have loaded in. You know what? I can still load him in the Army Commander. Boop, boop. There we go. Yeah, alright. So you move here. This settler just wandered around forever and never did anything. Alright. Well, time for these 3 archers who have defended the west coast to start slowly making their way to the east as well. We'll see if we can find a use for them. But they'll just slowly start moving their way east. And, yeah, that's... we just moving forward at this point. We've lost 1 unit so far. Narrative choice. Plus science or plus culture? We need science much more than culture. Like, so one thing I'd also like to know is why? Why does this event pop up? What prompts this? Is this something you can control? I don't mind the notion of having like a quest that you need to achieve, but like this it's just like, here you go, 150 science. It's like, but why? Did I do anything? Like there should be it should be like a goal, something you work towards, not just here you go, here's 150 science. Anyway, we definitely need the ability to do more buildings and whatnot. So what's unfortunate is that this has a bunch of fortified districts. Has multiple ones that we're going to have to chew through. Anyway, apparently we can reassign... oh, that's right. We can put another resource in the capital if we want. We should probably move this to the capital. because we get, oh my god, this screen is so awkward to use. Just because we have plus 10% culture. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. And then we might actually want this here if we need to train units, so. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to keep taking these mountain tiles because you guys may have heard that mountains are good for us. Oh, we could also place a specialist, I guess. The specialist would give us, it would cost 2 food, wait. It would cost 2 food, but give us 2, oh, we need science pretty badly, actually. Interesting. It would cost 2 food, but give us 4 food, so it's literally just net 2 food, 2 production, 2 science. Well, we need science so badly. I actually think that that's worthwhile to do here. Although we actually, this one's even better. Oh, wait, no, it's not. This one's better. 2, 2, 2 as opposed to 2, 1, 2. Well, we need science, so okay, we'll do a specialist. Normally, I don't do specialists in the ancient era, but a little bit of a special case here. All right. Anyway, so we chewed through that. Engineering gives us amphitheater. I'm not sure we need more culture that badly, though. Navigation gives us the lighthouse on marine terrain. I'm not sure we need... The quadrireme is the main benefit there. Military training is the blacksmith. I think we want that because it's +1 production on quarters. Also unlocks unit flanking, which seems useful. The argument for engineering is it gets us... Actually, no, but the thing is we need engineering to get to math. And math is the one that I really need because it gives me more beakers, more science. It is very expensive to get there, though. I don't know. This one, I guess I'll go in this direction. I don't think I need any of this stuff that badly. But you can see these are long research times because I don't have much science. All right, we got attacked on that one tile by an archer. So, yeah. But I'm pretty sure we can kill this guy this turn because army commanders are good. So unload you here. Boop, boop. Shoot at you. Boop, boop. Shoot at you. You're dead. We'll load you up next turn. Spear, you move forward. Ah, front lining for us. See, there are more units out there. The melee units are basically just blocking dummies in this game. I mean, like, they'll attack sometimes, but for the most part, they just stand there in front line. Yeah, I'm content to stand here. That archer's gonna have a little tricky time getting... Oh, wait, can we unload one of you? Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Go ahead. Fire away. Army commanders, the AI has no clue how to use them. We'll take the siege promotion. Now we're only 60 XP away from this, and then the +5 combat strength. AI has no clue how to use these units whatsoever, which makes it very easy to outmaneuver them. Alright, meanwhile, oh, we got another enemy ship up there. Oh, we could actually pillage for extra health, I suppose. Is there a work fishing boat? No, improve here to get fishing boat. Improve. Okay, so there's nothing to pillage there. This is not the upgraded version of the unit though. So we should be okay. I'll just let them attack me. All right. Meanwhile, now what? Unit cycling. Stupid unit cycling. All right. You move here. Meanwhile, the scout. There we go. Scout giving us a little extra vision. Because why not? Archers are making their way east. Okay. Yeah, so like army commander's in a good position here. Our melee units protect our archers. Archers do all the actual work of killing things. And we just keep rolling eastward, shooting down unit after unit. Again, we're going to have to crack these fortified tiles. And then this city is going to be annoying because we're going to have to walk down this way. And this is some very rough terrain. But hopefully these galleys can come down here and help We're just going to keep marching onwards. Oh, yeah, and we can also support ourselves one more time. Boom. I should have done that at the start of the turn. Probably will save influence from this point forward because there's not much point in going beyond the +6. It's, like, there is starts to hit diminishing returns at some point, but yeah. Okay. Looking pretty good, I think. My biggest thing is I just like to get more science. Oh, time for more... Well, actually, now that we're getting all this gold, we can actually start rush buying more stuff that'll help us. Sherpaville, I think, is the one that we were rush buying stuff. We can start rush buying some of these buildings. Let's see, the salt pit will probably help us the most. Yeah, like we can do this. This finishes a quarter. I'm content to have this just keep growing. And then if we converted Sherpaville, like you could always turn it into an urban center, which will let us put science and culture buildings in here. But of course, as soon as we do that, it stops growing. So I'm content to let it, I mean, I'm content to let it just keep growing and grabbing more tiles, which seems to be pretty good. All right, over here. Let's go grab that fish tile. I'm also going to grab this because it gives us another beaker, and we just need beakers. The fish tile is just nice to have a little extra food. We can use that somewhere. I love that there's another landmass over here, but it's like, no, 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 distant lands. We can't get over there. Yes. And we need to get warehouse buildings in Pompeii, because then we can take advantage of those hill tiles. Something with sheep, I don't know if it's really worth investing that much into. Just like get what we can there. But Sherpaville and Pompeii, because they have, and Buttwall, because they have the mountain tiles, they're worth like investing production into. Hey, welcome. Hi, hi there, Mr. Raging Barbarian / one and only Atesh. All right, mountain home. We were going to do. Oh, we were gonna finish the bath here to finish this quarter. So this costs us, you can see, costs us a little happiness, but it gives us a lot of food, which we don't really need, but it also gives us science and culture. So we'll go ahead and do that because we don't really, we're just in infrastructure mode here. It doesn't really matter. All right, we're just grinding forward. Yeah. Mr. Barbarian in chat noting that it is very, very hot in where I am. We have like this big heat wave that's hitting us right now. Apparently we got attacked up there in the north, but that's it. Today is supposed to be the hottest day of the year so far. The temperature is supposed to go up to 102 degrees Fahrenheit or 39 Celsius today, and that is very, very, very hot. Very, very, very hot. Why does this guy get +3? What does +3 navigation even mean? We'll just heal for 30 HP then. And let this guy attack us if he wants. Meanwhile, shooting. We'll be able to take this next turn. Yeah, next turn we just walk a unit in and that thing dies. All right. More fun stuff. So we've got a unit there. Now the only real question is there any way I can get XP on this guy for his shot? Nope, but this guy can get XP. Bye. And this guy. We probably should focus the military units. Probably should kill the military unit. Okay. Do I still have another? I have no archers in the back pocket of that guy right now. So I guess I just have to move you there, which is a little annoying. All right, anyway. Say goodbye to your army, Commander. That ended your turn. Oh well. That's fine. So you will not get XP for this, but that's okay. Again, you don't take damage when you attack military commanders. There we go. And all right, that looks good. We just killed both of the army commanders. Now they'll keep spamming out warriors, so we do have to stay on top of this. I might build another archer out of here just so I have. Oh no, never mind. I have 2 more archers up here coming down. They might even need to sail down onto like these tiles. But unfortunately, we don't have a. Oh wait, no, we can build a siege unit, right? I unlocked that, didn't I? Yeah, I need to get a. I should build a ballista because archers are garbage against city defenses. We really should get 2 ballistas. Those things are pathetically slow, but they can move inside the army commanders. Yeah, they're just pathetic. Our archers are no good at shooting city walls in this game. All right, time to grow again. Let's grab the. Do we grab the crabs? No, we'll just grab a mountain tile because they're good. Mountain tiles are good. All right, I am not going to attack here. I'll let them attack me. And then that's right. We have archer reinforcements moving up anyway, so I don't feel the need to build more archers. I have more on the way. We're just like grinding our way forward slowly. He's gonna keep spamming out archers is the annoying thing, but you know, we'll just take it one tile at a time. We got quite a ways to go here in the era, so no rush or anything. Great. He will reject this deal. Yeah, he's like, this did not work out. So what is this? Where did the mountain erupt? Do we need to fix something? You usually have to check there's usually like a repair button. I don't see anything that needs to be repaired, so I guess we're okay. Well, there's actually 2 versions of Ashoka in this game. There's the World Renouncer, and then there's all right. Wait, what? I don't want this. This one's pretty bad. I don't actually want this one. So we'll raise this. We can actually heal our boats temporarily. I'm surprised that this turned into like an actual city. I didn't get the like disperse message. Anyway, you guys scoot on down. Can I actually get in the water this turn? No. Might have been worthwhile if I could. Yeah, go ahead and heal. We got an +1 expansionist attribute point for that. Okay. So, I mean, I guess we're taking this. I guess we're taking that. We didn't really have a choice there. We can get a codex, or I'll take the codex. I need science. Where are the codexes? They give a minor boost to science. All right, Minoan has been defeated, and our spear got attacked by 2 or by 1 warrior, I guess. All right. Anyway, we have nobody in the army commander. You were obviously going to shoot at this guy. I'm just trying to get the army commander in range. You. Shoot at you. Okay. You shoot at you. Now, does this... I can't remember if... Alright, you... Oh, we can't shoot at that tile? Okay. Why don't you jump in here? I can always move you out next turn. I'm trying to remember if attacking a tile causes you to take damage. I think it does, honestly. So I don't think I want to do that. Has this guy moved yet? Yes, he can. I'll move you down here. I don't think you're in any danger of getting attacked on that tile. You have not moved. Why don't you just hold position here for right now? You can even heal a little bit. You... Hold on, let's see. Why don't I move the army commander onto this tile? That'll end its turn, but then we get the attack bonus with this guy. I mean, look at all the... we get +2 strength, and this guy has -3, -2 for no river, -6 war weariness. Again, it would be an absolute slaughter if you didn't get the immortal bonus. Now, you might think attack and kill this guy, but we don't need to do that. Just sit here and heal. Oh, for 40 science? That sounds great. Happy to take that. I think I'm good with you just chilling here. You'll heal for a small amount, I think. This galley... oh, we actually killed that enemy ship. Or either that or it just disappeared. You skip turn to heal. You come down here. You come here. We'll use the temporary time that this building is raising to heal our dudes. Yeah, we have spears in a pretty good protective line. I wish I had one more. And then we have more archers coming down here from the north. Plus the galleys can come down and fire too once they've healed. So it'll take a little bit of time, but anyway, let's get a siege unit. I don't suppose I could rush by a siege unit here, could I? I can't rush by a city a settlement that I'm raising. Okay. Wait, what the... Oh, it's... Okay. It was all closed up. So anyway, I need some ballistas, even though they're really, really slow-moving units. You don't think the codex was assigned? I thought it was, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's remove this, and then this can go here for now. This is just the clunkiest way of assigning stuff. Then we'll just toss the... Oh wait, this has to go in a city, so we'll move this out. The flax can go in here, and then sure, you can go in in butt wall. I don't think that really did that much though. It said the codex was added there, so apparently the codex was in fact added. So great. I mean, he's gonna spam out more warriors constantly, so again. Now the good news is, a dude that's hurt like this, well guess what, you can just pop back in here for a little bit. Alright. Now unfortunately getting across this is a little annoying. Yeah, so like that's the thing in this game. The AI can defend, but it can't attack. It can't attack in this game. Nope, not the archer. No, see, I will take damage if I attack there. Oh, and hey, look at this. Again, the AI, it spams units like crazy. It will spam and spam and spam and spam. Now, does it know how to use them? No, it does not. It doesn't have the faintest clue how to use them, but it will put up a fight because it'll just, as I said, spam the living daylights out of units. So attacking is just very annoying in this game. It's not necessarily hard, just very, very annoying. Skip turn. You are full health though, so you can start making your way down here. Because again, this thing can only move one tile per turn. I actually need to pair them too. And you're the closest city to get them from. So this guy actually does have movement, so we can unload you. Oh, on this tile. Apparently I can't unload on that tile. That's strange. So like you can see, we can start firing, but archers are just not very good against like city tiles, unfortunately. Yes, fire. Yes, fire on this. Fire on this tile. Thank you. But we got the Big Daddy promotion now. And that, because not this is nice, but that lets us take this. Order is the biggie. All right. So now you can see we do a lot more damage here. Still inexplicable that this defends at such a crazy high strength value, but it does. Anyway. All right, so now we'll take the army commander, right? Yeah. Move down here. So now we get that really, really nice order bonus against this guy. You can see without the +5 difficulty due to terrain, this guy would have no shot. And I guess that's good. This thing's probably going to move up here. What's this? Is this... I can never tell, like, can this guy move here, or can he not do that? I guess we'll move the spearman forward a tile. And try to fortify just to block that. Alright, you need to heal while this town is raising. But it's always so painful attacking in this game. That's why I try not to fight that many wars. But I want this guy gone. He's really annoying. Alright, are there any resources I wanted to grab here? Not really. Just keep grabbing tiles like there. Alrighty, yeah, we're just gonna grab this. +1 food on warehouse buildings. I'm not sure that that's really... Actually, I'm not sure if that's even that great. He'll go over and get that ivory tile or something. I don't know. But like every turn, he's just going to keep producing more warriors and whatever this is, this elephant unit. So like I have to make sure I have some more replacement units coming in. See, notice how every single tile gets a unit. It's just so painful fighting in this game. And like the units, I've said this before, the units are too cheap. It is too cheap. Like everyone can build units in 1 or 2 turns. So the map just instantly becomes a carpet of doom. Like every tile has a unit on it every turn. It's obnoxious. Anyway, what's our least valuable policy here? Probably the one that's just giving us +2 on culture on the palace. We'll take the extra happiness. Alright. That also gave us +1 to the settlement limit. So now we'll go down here. We want to get that conscription because we're paying a decent amount for military. But like you can see, he built a new warrior. He built a new spear. He built a new spear. It's just like, great. I love it. It's great. Anyway. And apparently this guy healed... Isn't that like his ability is... Where's Ashoka? Doesn't he get something that like lets him heal or something? Land units are fully healed when you enter a celebration. Here it is. Land units are fully healed when you enter a celebration. So that unit that took some damage last turn now gets something. And look, here's his great commander back again. Oh joy. Yes, attack this guy. The one that I am highlighting. Thank you. You, of course, just need to stay fortified back here. But, like, you can see, it just goes on and on and on. And, like, you just can't advance. If only we could group units to... Like, what if we could... I know this is, like, just a crazy idea, but, like, what if we could, like, stack units together... So we didn't have to constantly fight for every single tile. I know this is like a revolutionary idea that like it is just crazy pants, but like what if we could do something like that? I know, crazy, right? Anyway, so I'm actually misplaying this. I need to rotate my great general over here so units are getting the benefit. I mean, I can do this, but, like, it's just so freaking tedious. And, like, we have to cut through all of these tiles one at a time. Like, obviously I can do it, but, like... it's lengthy and tedious. Like we have to take this, and then we have to take this, and then we have to take this to take the city. So anyway, you need to go in the water, and then you can land like on this tile. So let's start. Oh, look at this. Enemy units in the water. I mean, it'll go much faster once we can get some. Now, granted, I'm using archers here. I didn't have siege units because I didn't have the tech for them. It will go faster once this ballista rolls up, because the ballista will be attacking with 30 strength, and the archers attack with 10 strength against the city buildings. So like, it will go faster, but just it takes so long to cut through the wall defenses. And anyway, you should just defend. I'll just fortify. I'd rather do that. Anyway, you continue healing. This thing's going to be gone soon. But, you know, having this here for a couple turns did let us get the pillage heal, which is pretty hilarious. I'm more concerned about my southern flank here, which if they start slamming, like, this sword can attack this archer. Like, this sword can attack. I'm wearing this down, but I'm actually going to need, I think, another melee unit. I think I'm a little low on melee units over here. At the same time, I have archers running in, so they can help plug this. But all right, Ashoka spent influence to oppose. That's why it went down a little bit. All right, the garden, oh, that's right, never mind. We were going to finish we finished a quarter with that. So we probably want to do the garden together with the villa. Or the villa gets bonuses for mountainous terrain. I mean, there's nothing else. I don't even really want these buildings, but like, there's nothing else to build, so I might as well. Like, what else am I going to build right now? I could build it. Actually, I could build a. You know what? We'll squeeze out a chariot. Why not? Another melee unit. It'll be able to run up to the front lines a little faster. But anyway, it gets easier in later eras because your units can hit from like more distance, and they get less choked up on each other. But just trying to advance into this is just painful because, again, he's spamming out a new unit every turn. Alright, let's get to this. So let's see. Archer was attacked up there. Spear was attacked there. Spear was attacked. Yeah, because like this guy's kind of holding the line over here. Alright, well, let's do what we can do. And like this guy is protected, isn't he? But like, once again, what happened? More spheres, more new units popping out. Alright, you can only attack here. We've almost got that out of the way. Alright, we got the defenses down. District defense is destroyed. Didn't get XP for that, but I wanted to keep the army commander right here. So we got those walls down. We have 2 more sets of walls left. He is basically getting a new unit every turn out of there. At least we can... What is this? Like, what the heck? Well, at least we can stop this, whatever this is, from happening. Those units will finish healing. Oh, I see. He put another city up here. Okay, well, great. We'll raise this. Actually, yeah, well, I might actually prefer to keep this and raise this. Because this island... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Because this island actually has 3 mountain tiles on it. Now, it only has... The downside is it only has 2 tiles to build on. Literally just 2. But I still might prefer just holding on to that. We'll kill these guys and then see if we can grab this. Those 4 galleys are getting some work out. Yeah, the Navy can definitely deal with that. Alright, we're going to grab this tile. Improve 3 iron. How many iron resources do we have, just out of curiosity? So we get +3 strength on our infantry. That's nice. Alrighty, meanwhile... yeah, just keep grabbing those mountain tiles. We have enough money. I should continue getting these ancient era buildings. All right, so the granary we can just combine with the city hall. And I think maybe when this is done, I don't know. I wanted to keep this growing though. I'm aware that the city focus is available in some of these. Yes, thanks guys. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, you just chill here. We're actually not far off another promotion. We'll take the maneuver. But as I said, it's just they keep spamming units constantly. And the need to chew through those fortified tiles just make it... Like, the whole fortifications thing is just, like, a way for the AI to just, like, chill, basically. We don't need 40 gold. We can just continue hanging out there. Same thing. I wonder, is it possible to... If I could get onto that tile and pillage it for a heal, I would. Alright. Ballista gets preference in terms of movement. Here comes the reinforcements in. So I am trying to make sure I'm building more units in here. But, like, look how cheap. You can build the walls for 60 production. Like, they're dirt cheap to build, and they just shut down offensive operations so hard. It's very frustrating, like, how that works. Anyway, and, like, there's not even much to build. Like, we can't even build anything, because the wonders have all been taken by the AI. So, again, we'll build the villa, I suppose. I don't really want to pair it with the brickyard, though. I mean, I guess this tile here seems like it has good yield, so I guess. Why not? Alright, and then up here, let's finish the other half of our unique quarter. For extra happiness. Alright. I guess he killed that archer, I suppose. So the AI at least was... So, but, like, look at this. Spear, a new spear, a new spear. It's a new unit every turn on every tile. It's a new unit every turn on every tile. Like, it's such a pain in the butt. It's so frustrating. Wait, what? Our galley got attacked. Somehow this spear did not get attacked, though. It's just, like, it's so tedious. Like, this... Oh, I see. It was the slinger that attacked us. That's why. Anyway, there's a reason why I just don't find this to be that fun. Alright, I should have killed the slinger. That was foolish of me. I should have just had them both attack the slinger. That's the unit that can actually damage us. Oh well. You know what? It's at the start of the turn. I didn't really do anything. Let's just fix that. Let's kill that slinger. That's the unit that can actually hit us. There's no need to take damage unnecessarily. And since your naval units can't heal outside of your territory in this game, Civ 6 was the same way. I don't understand why that's the case, but... or can they do that? Maybe that was just Civ 6. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, I just get frustrated. Like, I don't find warfare to be fun in this game. I know some people are like, oh, the army commanders are so cool. It's like, I mean, I guess some people like them, but... What is this? How is he... What the... Have I mentioned that units are too cheap to build in this game? I think I said that a couple times. Like, just even the most pathetic little town can just spam these things out. It's ridiculous. They're just too freaking cheap. It's just too cheap to build these things. Alright, anyway. So now, unfortunately, this unit you want to use against melee, against fortifications. It's actually no good against other units. Is there anything in the army commander? There's a beat up spear. Yeah, for some reason they made naval units like insanely overpowered. Anyway, that's a settler, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just like we keep killing these units, but we can only kill them so fast. You're gonna need to take the northern route up here. I don't really care about this trader. Yes, attack. I'm literally clicking attack. Apparently, I have to click the attack button to do anything. You shoot this guy. I think we can at least kill this guy. All right, so we've taken that out. And there's nothing for you to shoot at this turn. Now what I should have is like a healthy melee unit that can drop onto this tile, but I do not have that. So we have captured that district, at least temporarily. How about you just pop in here and I'll dump you in a spot where you can... that guy couldn't have attacked anyway this turn. Why can I not shoot there? Why am I not able to shoot this tile here? Are you kidding me? That's crazy that I cannot shoot that tile. That's literally just crazy. Okay. Alright, anyway. No, why? Why? Why are you scrolling to the other side of the screen? Why? Why? Yeah, I actually need more like melee units out in front to block for me. See, he's now spending more influence to lower my advantage as well. You need to just keep healing. So like I took the first one of these. And I need to get the other two here. But as you can see, it's starting, and like I am getting some siege units there. But it's just such a slow process. I still think this army commander is still in the spot I want them on. I really want this guy to be able to attack, but there's no tiles he can shoot from, because apparently we can't shoot. I sure thought I could attack from here to here, but apparently not. Apparently this is like, I'm just going to repeat this again. This is vegetated terrain. Shouldn't the fact that it had a forest on it in 3000 BC not matter once there's a granary and walls on this tile? Like, why does that matter? Shouldn't the... Like, is it still forested while it's in the middle of a freaking city? Like, it doesn't make sense. They're like, nope, nope, it's still forested terrain. Ignore the fact that there's not a single forest to be seen anywhere on the tile, and it's in the middle of a freaking city. It's still forested tile, so you can't shoot over it. Like, what the F? That's so ridiculous. It's just, it's so dumb. Anyway, really, really dumb. But that's apparently the way it is. Yeah, this guy I can't get this guy to a tile where he can attack from, so he just got to skip his turn for right now. I guess you could go in the army commander, but that doesn't really seem like it's going to do anything. Anyway, grab another tile here. I do wonder if we should like turn this into, but I guess every time I'm like ready to change its focus, then it actually, you know what, let's do this. You go here, and then since we might actually build a unit in the closest city. King Cotton, you might actually build, you know what, Can we one turn something? We can one turn an archer, but we're not lacking for archers. We actually need units to front line. We'll do the chariot. We can always come back to that. Just want to make sure I have units continuing to go up to the front line. Yeah, you just continue to chill here. You're almost certainly going to die, but that's why we've got chariots on the way, backing up. I thought these galleys were going to come help out, but the galleys then apparently intercepted a new front in the war, or something like that. Apparently there's another new front that just opened up here. Glad I have those. I actually killed 2 units that turn. I mean, we'll be able to kill them back, but still. So, killed a spear and the archer, which is not a surprise. Someone built 7 wonders out there, so okay. Let's deal with these galleys first. Fortunately, these slingers are stupidly moving into the water. Although they are spamming out more of them every turn. Like, we've already killed... Like, we are killing units at a wildly disproportionate rate. But it's still taking time. Alright, I wanted that fish resource, because I'm pretty sure there's a city I can give a fish resource to. Actually, no. I don't actually have a spare fish. Well, that's fine. Alright, let's go get the... We're going to get the elephant right now. Alright, back to the fun, happy fun times here. Alright. So I'd like this guy to move up here and then shoot and fire on that guy, because I can do that this turn. But this guy... You take out that guy. Let's see, you take out that guy. No. You take out this guy. Another promotion available. We're getting plenty of XP here. Hey everyone. How about you slot forward to here? Not really where I want an archer up there on the front lines, but it is what it is. Now I think you can move up here and attack, because you're on a road, yes. So you hit this guy. Now you, I want to unload. Wait, what? Why can we not unload on are you kidding? Are you freaking kidding me? Why can't I unload on this tile? Why can I not unload on this tile? It's literally next to me. I know units can unload on cliffs. I've done it before. Why can I not unload that guy on this tile? It's literally next to me. I know army commanders can unload off cliffs. I know they can. I've done it before. Please don't tell... I know there's a ridge, but I've been able to load and unload off ridges before. I have played this game. Did they change that in a patch or something? Are you freaking kidding me? I moved all my units under the understanding I could unload that dude in there. Are you freaking kidding me? Freaking ridiculous. Because I need to start shooting these things, and those ballistas are the things that'll actually do damage. Why does moving here use a... No. No, 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 no. Why does moving here use up most of my turn? Okay. You need to load, because these things are slow as molasses. Okay, now that we're here, apparently we had enough movement points to do this. So now you can unload there. You can move here. And you can start shelling. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then next turn I can unload the other one. This one's probably going to get attacked, but that's just how it has to be. You... Same thing, fire. Oh, I should have moved this guy. I'm going to move this guy another tile over. The Great General, because then... No, the Great General... Thank you, I'll move another tile over. Because then I can unload guys onto this tile if need be, next turn. I'm hoping we've turned the corner here in terms of maneuvering these stupid units. Probably should have loaded you in the Great General as well. But maybe next turn I can do something about that. Alright, you... I love that there's a freaking trader unit. By the way, we can't attack the trader unit. It's just, like, running around here. Okay, and cancel that. I mean, it's like, can you play this game? Sure, but it's just, like, it's just frustrating. The game is just frustrating to play. Anyway. So, we're still crawling our way through here. That's fine, we have an archer to replace that. I love that there's a settler just walking around in my territory. And the galleys are continuing to attack. Okay. Okay, you can't. 1, 2... You can't get in range to attack, unfortunately. Not this turn. Since you can't get in range to attack, we won't bother with that. Alright. Yes, attack. At least we can cripple that unit. At least we crippled both of them. Yeah, this guy didn't have enough movement to attack. Alright, well, we took care of that. Alright, back to the main front yet again. Is the AI going to try... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this scout here just to block that stupid settler from trying to go forward. Alright. Now, the question is... Anyway, let's unload this. I really don't like having these things in the front. But they are what will actually break the city defenses. Because that's what we need to cut through. So those are the units are getting the priority at the moment. This guy's been healing like 5 HP per turn. This spear just sitting here. We almost have those walls down. Alright, now we can start shooting the archer itself. Which will die instantly, of course. Now we need a unit to run in there and occupy that tile. So you gotta, once again, I should have a melee unit doing this. But the only unit I have that can actually, that's like in position is this archer, so archer it is. You move into here. You are about to die, so how about you swap with you? Can we shoot there? Good. We got our first shot on that. Alright, one more tile to go. We can shoot from both of these. This archer is not in range. I guess I could... Do I waste a turn firing at this guy? I guess so. No, I don't care about that guy. Hop in the general. The general moves forward a tile. I said the general, and then the archer can unload on that tile next turn and actually do something. Meanwhile, chariots. One of you go and kill this idiotic settler. One of you come down here. Alright. Pretty much have this under control. We just have the one more district, and then we'll have to grind our way forward through this narrow choke point and do the same thing at the next city. But there's still a lot of, there's enough turns left in the era. And I'll be able to play the turns faster once the era's over as well. Can we support ourselves again? We'll dump 120 in next turn because there's nothing else to do with the influence. There's literally nothing else. I mean, we could do this, but like, what does this really matter? Gain vision of their target commanders. Wow, great. I can reduce his food by 20%. Oh wow, okay. I can cause him to lose 10% of his gold per turn. Okay, great. Like, what is the purpose of doing all that? Yeah, I'd rather have you attack the archer than attack my ballistas. The ballistas are what's actually killing your city. Okay, I don't actually need to change policies. We're good. So we got attacked there. Our archer got attacked. The galleys, the missile spam up there. That archer got attacked. Okay, and the galley got attacked. All right. We should be taking this shortly. I have to take out the city walls again, but with 4 galleys, that should be enough. And I'll keep this settlement. I think I might burn this one, though. I don't think I need both of these. Well, yeah, I don't think I need both of them, but we'll see. All right. You. Keep hitting those stupid settlers. All right. First up, ballistas. Got to do the one thing that you're good at. Yep. You really need them to take down city defenses. Without them, you got no chance. All right. That has basically removed the city defenses. I could pillage for 40 culture. I think we're okay. All right. There we go. We got the district defenses destroyed. Yes, attack. There we go. We just need a unit to walk in here. Can we walk in with the... You know what? We got another archer. There we go. Just like that, we took over this one. We need a rename for this one because we will definitely keep this, obviously. Keep settlement. Confirm. You know what I should have done? That would have been smart to have done at the start of the turn. Oh well. How about Mount Rage Bait? Sure. This one's not bad. There's a lot of mountain tiles here too. All right. Easy enough. What is this now? Social policy. Oh yeah, well we don't need to change our policies. The ones that unlocked were terrible. Resources available. That doesn't seem that great. We apparently can't. Yeah, plus 10% gold. I think we're good. Jade tends to be one of the weakest resources overall. All right, let's look at this city, by the way, or town or whatever. Pretty good yields, 31 gold per turn. What's actually in? Can we see what's actually in here? So it's population 15. 7 urban buildings. Pasture. Oh, this actually this tells me what I would get from the town focus. This is not in the game normally. This is from the mod that I'm running. So what buildings are in here? Let's see. Altar city. Let's see. Oh, he's got half of the unique quarter. I would like to finish that, but I have to turn it into a city to finish that. I don't think I want a city this one. Okay, library. So the basic infrastructure. We can spend money to replace that. We actually have enough money that we should probably do that. So let me actually check this out at Sherpaville. So these would be the benefits if I turned it into something else. We could get 7 gold. Turning it, we'd only get 6. Huh. Okay. I think the urban center would actually be the best here because then we could also build additional cultural buildings, whatnot. Like science is the one thing I can't seem to get much of in this game. But as soon as that happens, Sherpaville stops growing. So I just want this to keep growing. I just want it to keep growing. So yeah, I just keep doing that. Anyway, on to organized military. We want that conscription and the +1 settlement limit, which would be great. All right, our home city or our capital. Uh, we probably should grab this tile at some point, right? The crabs, or is it this tile? This one, the mountain does have better yields. I'll take the mountain again. I should grab the crab eventually, though. All right, mountain home garden. Isn't it? Oh, it's on this tile to finish the quarter, right? Now, by finishing a quarter, we should get science on this tile as well. It basically just costs us 2 gold for. I mean, the food and the happiness is honestly not even very necessary. But what else are we gonna build? Anyway, all right. So we took this over. Now the army commander. I think I'm gonna unload this dude just so he can heal faster. Like you just heal. And the chariot down here this chariot that's coming down can maybe do some frontlining for me. Unfortunately, getting through this choke point is going to be just a pain in the butt to get through. You probably come down. I don't want to move too far because I need to grab, like these two ballistas need to jump into the army commander next turn because they can't, literally cannot move without it. Why don't you heal now that this is my territory? Yeah, you just please get rid of this. Oh, I already attacked that. All right, whatever. Just die. I don't want to deal with that. You move down here. You need to attack the one unit that's still here. We use most of our attacks taking this over this turn. Yeah, I might have those two jump in, the army commander, and then this archer jump in, and then this guy move here and jump in, and then I'll just unload them all next turn. Yeah, and army commanders are pretty broken. Why don't you just spend another turn healing? Alright, so we're moving on Pataliputra. Hopefully the galleys almost have Samapa wrapped up. He's spending influence again to oppose the war. So the influence we've been spending have... Okay, that guy... I mean, again, the AI is just so dumb. He, like, instead of attacking, he just stands in place and heals. It's like, what? Like, that's not going to do anything. Anyway, we actually need to kill the army commander or we can't move forward, which is very annoying. Like, we literally can't move forward because this unit's in the way. Like, I actually... I told you I wanted to load that guy up. Hold on. You load up here. You load up here. I mean, like, I guess if you like tactics, there's lots of tactical stuff to have fun with in this game, but, like, it does feel more like a tactical game than a strategy game in a lot of ways to me. I kind of like the strategic aspects more. Alright, so that's now dead. Like, a huge portion of the game is just maneuvering through traffic jams caused by 1 unit per tile. Oh, there's even more archers up there. Great. I was gonna move forward, but I don't... There's no room. I can't move forward. Again, it's just more stupid traffic jams again. So I don't think I can just yet. Let's have you at least heal for this turn. Yeah, we just gotta chill for right now. Next turn I can start unloading guys. But that's all I can do for right now. You probably should sail east and embark. Like, I can maybe sail you around this way. Alright. Fortunately, naval units get the... we can... Okay, if we need to heal, there's some healing stuff. Naval units can... they do the... what's it called? They get the ranged bonus. Like, they count as siege units when they're attacking. I don't know why, but they do. Only 3 of these units will actually be able to shoot the city center tile, but they all then can do it next turn. It is nice to know that there's stuff we can pillage. Alright, I have a ton of gold. I need to spend some more of it. I don't think I want the ultra. I think I want the warehouse buildings in some of these towns. Pompeii next in particular. Granary. Sure. And Brickyard Saw Pit. Right here sounds good. Brickyard and saw pit. There we go. Now all those mountain tiles will produce way more. Oh, we need to get over to the water tiles so that we can build a harbor over here. I should have considered that. I got to get over here so we can actually do that. I might turn, again, this one could also become a, what's it called? An urban center. Again, I just want these to keep growing for the time being. To some extent, it doesn't even really matter how much science we have. Everybody's going to catch up by the end of the era anyway, right? Everybody gets caught off to the end of the tech tree by the end of the era anyway. One of the archers shot the city defenses. Okay, buddy, you shoot the city defenses and not my units. We finally have unit flanking unlocked, so that's cool. We've not been getting flanking benefits the whole game. Alright, let's see. So yeah, I mean, I think we're going to go for the academy next. Because I don't really need the lighthouse that badly. Lighthouse is nice, but like I don't really have that many coastal cities. The big thing is you can put more resources in the settlement. It's nice to have, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, anyway. Well, it looks like we won our duel with this archer. We were shooting it out with this guy for ages on end. Anyway, we got another archer we have to clear before we can move forward, so... Let's do that, shall we? Bye. Okay. Now the question is, how far can we move forward? Oh, we have another promotion available? Cool. This guy's getting very promoted. Alright, where is this one? Extra flanking bonus when attacking, or... Opponents have minus flanking, but yeah, okay, I think we'll take that. One that gives us a bonus as opposed to the ones that the AI has. And then this is really nice. Land units ignore terrain movement restrictions. The no penalties when attacking while embarked is kind of nice, and you can embark faster, but this I think is more useful. But anyway, we're making progress. I would definitely take the +1 command radius range. These other ones, +1 movement for land units within, I mean, that's nice, but it's not amazing. Deal direct damage to a unit that is the same domain as the command. I don't even know what this does. I've never taken this. This one sounds good. You can grant a land unit a chance to attack again, but it's on like a 5-turn cooldown, so you can only use it once every 5 turns or so, which is way less useful than like just expanding the radius. Alright, so this game says we can move all the way forward there. Alright, so as expected, we couldn't actually get all the way out there, but we'll start moving forward. I kind of want to keep the siege units bottled up until I can drop them off right next to the city. Anyway, you follow us up. Or I could unload... Actually, you know what? I don't want to get shot. I'll unload one of them. One of them might actually even be able to kill this thing. Let's see. It's close, so I'm actually going to use a commander ability. I almost never use the commander abilities, so you can do things like this. Order all military units to pillage nearby. Focus fire. Order all ranged units to fire on a specific target. All units have +2 combat strength. That sounds great, but usually I want to just keep maneuvering the army commander, and also you get less XP when you use this, but I think it might be enough to cause this to get the kill. No, we rolled a little bit low. Alright, so I guess we gotta... Now, see, unfortunately what that means is this guy can't move anymore. But, yeah, it's worthwhile to make that attack. Oh, look, here comes more units on every tile. Great. How many fortified districts are here? 1, 2... Hold on. No, what... Oh, my God. What was that? Some unit I just commanded to do something insane. What was that? What unit did I just click on? Some unit has some crazy movement order. This guy. Okay. Fortunately, it's just a random archer. Okay, that could have been a lot worse, but could also have been a lot better, too. Why don't you heal for another turn? You're healing. Somebody's going to have to track this stupid unit down. Oh, great, there's more units on every tile again. Cool. And unfortunately, because we can't move onto ocean tiles, we literally can't attack because we can't move on ocean tiles. So isn't this great? We're traffic jammed again. Next turn, though, we can kill this unit. We can kill this guy and move up a tile. Great. I love 1 unit per tile. It's great. Just like how combat was like in the real world, right? Anyway, yeah, you guys are all healing. These archers are moving up. We'll be able to start shooting next turn. There's three fortified tiles. There's a little bit more room to maneuver here. This chariot will also be able to land in like a turn or two in front line over there. So I do have a great general operating. We should grab this tile. I do have a great general operating, but like there's still a lot of limitations. All right, so this goes next to resources, wonders. It says if we get some crazy yield if we put it here at the brickyard. So I'm kind of... I usually don't like to pair ageless buildings with non-ageless, but these yields are just too good for me to pass up. We're just going to have to take that. Anyway, that'll finish the unique district here, and then we'll build the blacksmith as well. I will have to save some money to repair the buildings that got damaged here. Alright. Let's see how... Yeah, see, this is why... Yep, unit on every tile. Yep, every tile. Unit on every tile, of course. That's what I get for moving 1 unit forward. Unit. Again, the units are too freaking cheap in this game. Like, we can win, but it's just such a grind. Are you kidding me? We didn't kill that guy? Oh my god, now it's going to take another turn to hit the city center tile. Jeez. Anyway. He's still spending more influence to oppose the war, by the way. Yeah, this chariot got attacked by like 4 units. So much for frontlining for us. That's why it's not good to send 1 unit forward by itself. Tactically, that was not the best play there. Anyway. We got more reinforcements on the way. Yeah, it could have been done a little bit better. Anyway, we'll set up shop here. That archer will not get to fire this turn. This is the one that still has movement left. Alright. Well, just got to do what we can to start wearing this down. So this will not kill our guy, so we might as well get some damage and force them to use another attack on that guy, who I did not use very effectively, let's be honest. There's still a freaking settler over there. And look, and another, like, just the unit spam never ever ends. It never ends. If the units could just group up together, it would be a lot better. Anyway, so we have 3 guys that are going to pop out next turn. So this isn't as bad as it might look like, but it is annoying. Definitely annoying. You are healed. You're 99 out of 100 health. You're fine. You are not anywhere close to that, so you should be healing. Same here. You're only 55 HP. And you're good right here. I don't really want to move you anywhere else. I should have... Maybe I could have pillaged that guy to heal him. Whoops. Probably should have pillaged instead of attacking. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we're just grabbing, like, what tiles we can get. Alright. So we finished the unique quarter here. That's this one, which is producing a lot of happiness. So, let's do the blacksmith, shall we? It's the best building we can do. I think we put it here. It's a yield of 10 here. With the altar. No, it doesn't really go with the altar, though. This is probably a better tile here to pair it with. Well, that's an expensive building. Anyway. Well, we've got units that are healing and ready to advance up. So, like, we'll lose some units here, but we definitely lose this chariot this turn, unless the AI is... Oh my god. The chariot is still alive, you guys. Like, how would he even give... He still won't even give me a city for peace. How is the chariot still alive? Like, just tell me how that's even possible. Anyway. Okay. So again, the most important units are the ballistas because they are not easy to replace. No, you. No, you. Attack this tile. 40 science. I don't want science, I want health. Well, anyway, you know what we can do? You can hop back in there, and now you're safe. Now, is that a safe place for an archer? Nope. Yes, yes, attack you, the archer. Attack this tile. I was really hoping that guy would die. But that'll clear that guy. That unit just landed. Alright, we've gotten halfway through this first spot here. Now this archer... I have this other archer here. The problem is I can't really maneuver him. This archer could move up and then that guy could pop out there, I suppose. It's like I want to get these guys into the action, but they're not really in a good position to do so. And this guy's at 99 health. Oh, I couldn't move the great. I can move the great general forward a tile. Actually, you know what? I could do that. I can move the great general forward a tile. That uses up his turn, but that's fine. He's still protecting all the key units. And then I can unload a unit and archer on that tile next turn because I have one in the great general. Okay. Meanwhile, you guys are still healing. I don't know quite where I'm going to use you. For the moment, you're just spotting for me. Alright, up here. Finally killed that. We'll be able to hit this. Oh my god, this is going to take a while, isn't it? There's another spear on here, because of course there is. What? We will kill this. And then they'll move down to Rusilla. So slow. It just, everything takes so long. Anyway. Alright, we're just still looking for more production here. So probably the marble tile, I guess. As far as what would be useful to grab. Alright, where are we? Back at our favorite city again? I mean, this city is, or whatever this is just such a good spot. Take Sherpaville again. Sherpaville just keeps growing. So many mountains. This is such a good spot. Maybe I should have turned this into a city. Probably should have turned this into a city because it's better than King Cotton. I just wanted to keep... I just wanted to keep grabbing more tiles. Yeah, it doesn't really need the... Well, doesn't the altar give me +1 production on... What does my altar benefit do again? I can't even remember what this does. Buildings. Okay, great. It doesn't tell me what... do I have a religious screen that tells me? +1 production. It does give warehouse. Okay, that's right. It's supposed to give the warehouse bonus. So would I get that bonus on all the mountain tiles? Because I think I'm supposed to. Let's just find out because I'm curious. All right. Because wasn't I supposed to get a warehouse bonus on my mountain tiles? I thought I was supposed to get that. Because I don't feel like... it does not appear that I got bonus production on that. Oh, no. Or is it on... I don't know. Whatever. So that probably wasn't worthwhile to do. Anyway. We're just grabbing more tiles. Alright. You need to keep healing. You also need to keep healing. You, though, 93 health is probably fine. You can start moving up. I'll probably need you soon enough. Alright, grinding forward. Oh, there's an elephant. Well, that clears out a little space for more units. That's why we got more units. Okay. Well, more tiles available to drop units on, I suppose. All right. Let's clear things up here still. So you can pillage heal if we need to. Let's do this. Oh my god, we're doing just no... How much health does this thing have? We're doing no damage to this at all. Maybe you can come down here and start hitting another target. I don't want you to go any further, though. I don't want you to get shot by this archer that's hanging around. Alrighty, the main focus. Again, what we really need to do is keep taking down these city defenses with our ballistas. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Almost got the city defenses down. Alright, you can unload here in a very unsafe place. And the archers hit the units while the ballistas hit the what's it called? The walls. All right. Now, unfortunately, here we're hitting the traffic jam problem again. Yeah, you just chill here. But at least we almost got the first district gone. And as I said, I do have more units still coming in to replace the ones that get defeated. Doing a number on some of these archers, though. Great. Another... I love the eruptions. Can I... Are there any damage to repair? Yes. Great. Great. That was fun. I love it when volcanoes erupt. One of the deadliest eruptions known to mankind. Okay. Great. Archers are taking a beating over here. Minus 12. Weren't we doing more damage than that before? So slow. I kind of thought this would be a little bit faster. I want to get shot by the archer over there. Alright. Meanwhile, back here. They haven't hit my ballistas, though, which is good. So that's now down. Pretty sure this archer is very dead, but we can eliminate this. And can you attack into there? No. Alright, well that means we can start hitting the next district defenses, because this, we already got them down in one spot. Oh wow, we did a lot more on that. Oh, maybe that's because this was the city center tile, so it was harder to kill. Okay. Now we need the commander to come back here just to break the log jam. Otherwise we're gonna get stuck and we can't make our way through. I mean, it's like you definitely have to use the army commanders. If you don't do that, then you're just like, you literally can't make any progress in this game. I can't even imagine playing the game without them, because without them the game is just horrific traffic jams everywhere. But we should be able to kill this guy and grab this tile, and then grab this one too, and then we just have one more tile left to go. Like, we are making progress, it's just, it takes forever, because it's very painful. I'm not sure that we really need this, but again, I don't know what else to build. A merchant to trade with literally no one else? A research initiative, we could get, well, that actually might not be terrible, but I guess I'd rather build this than that. Here, which would, I mean, okay, I guess we'll get the happiness benefit, I guess. Why not? Anyway, I think we're almost gotten control of this. I'm actually much more concerned about the AI building archers than its other units. Archers are much more dangerous. They can actually shoot at us. Alright, let's dump something that's not really doing anything. I think this, and we'll replace it with the extra gold per turn policy. So that archer was wiped out. And this archer is barely alive, but barely is not dead. So we'll get what we can there. Once again, the good news is the ballistas have not been touched, which are the really important units. It's yet another promotion for this guy. Land units ignore terrain movement restrictions. Alright. We want to move... so this ballista needs to... this ballista actually needs to jump in the army commander this turn. Unload you. This... Let's see. Hold on. Can you move here and then attack? I'm assuming you can. Never exactly sure if like that's going to end my turn or what. Wait, what? We only did 15 damage? I was kind of hoping we'd do more than that. Wait, what? Wait, what? How does this even work? How does this even work? Anyway. Okay. Let's unload this archer over here, even though it's a little bit awkward. No, why would I not want to attack? Okay, so because we needed to take that district there. Okay, I think that you actually chill here for this turn. So that way the archer can jump in next turn, and then we can move something forward. I feel like I need a unit on this tile. You know what I can do? I need a unit on this tile. Here you go, Chariot. Have fun there, buddy. I believe in you. I believe in you. No, you got this. You totally got this, buddy. Time is actually not on my side right now because these archers are going to start plinking me. So I actually do want to attack here. Even though that was the kind of attack I normally wouldn't want to do. Alright, 1, 2. We can move forward and shoot next turn. We pillage. Yeah, and there we go. We can heal for health, extra health. Okay, good. And then we're going to have to kill these spears afterwards. Alright, once the defenses are... At least once the defenses are down, we'll be doing more downtime. I'm just hoping this stupid era doesn't run out before I have a chance to finish this dude off. I think I will be able to get him, though. Alright, mountain tile sounds good, I guess. Okay, we finished the civic stuff we were going for. Is there anything here? Coat of Walls, that wouldn't do anything. So let's see. Any of these seem useful? Probably this, just +2 science on science buildings. We need science very badly. I don't think anything else is that great. So yeah, we'll just take literacy. Better than some of the policies we're running. Alright, yeah, Army Commander. You're good here, I think. Or do I? No, yeah, I need you here so you can pick up the archer next turn and then move forward. So we've got one district under our control. I don't know how long we'll hold this one, but we have a fresh spear that can rotate in. And then we almost have a second one, and then we just need this last fortified district down here. Oh, great. More eruptions. Cool. I love this feature. This is great. Where's the... Did it damage anything? Apparently it didn't damage any tiles. I love how you can't turn natural disasters off. Because why would someone want to turn off natural disasters? The game's just like, no, 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 no. No, you're gonna have to stick with natural disasters whether you like them or not. That's gonna be a mandatory feature. Okay. So we've taken 2 of the 3 districts. Is there an enemy unit on like every tile? There certainly is. Certainly is. Somehow this, by the way, this 9 HP chariot somehow was not actually was not actually captured, by the way. This 3 HP archer is continuing to shoot and deal damage. Somehow. Alright. Woo. This chariot did its job. What is it on this tile? Okay. I actually need someone to kill this. I think you can actually kill this and die in the process, which would be worthwhile. Oh, well, couldn't quite get it. I was pretty rough to that chariot. But what I can do is unload the spear and then have the spear do that. Only took 14 damage, not too bad. Alright, the archer... No, not the army commander, the archer can shoot at this guy. And then that new ballista unloads here and fires on the city defenses. Because as soon as we take this, we basically have it. Alright, now you can come down here and start helping out. Meanwhile, on the offshore islands, now at least we can just start hitting the unit instead of the defenses. Well, how much XP would I have on a naval commander, right? You might be like, why didn't you bring a naval commander? That you can't build them in this era. You can't get them until the next era, unfortunately. Alright, and then the army commander slots forward a tile. Alright, you. What's the fastest way you can get over here? Mount Ragebait's almost out of resistance, by the way. I don't really want that, but what I do want to do is hit this archer. There we go. That's worthwhile to do. Almost got this now. But you can see how, like, in one way, it hasn't been difficult fighting this guy because he's so dumb, but on the other hand, it's been just, like, pulling teeth because everything takes forever. Yeah, like, he just built another elephant out of nothingness there. Galley was attacked. Ballista was attacked. Oh, wait, what? Okay, both ballistas got attacked. Well, maybe they, like, finally wised up and realized that's the unit they actually have to kill. The good news is it's kind of like almost too late for that already. This one is not going to be able to reach that tile, so you gotta... We'll be able to unload it in a spot to attack next turn. Alright, anyway. You... What is this tile? Is there anything on this tile that's going to stop me from moving and shooting? It does not appear that way. And the reason why that mattered is so this guy can move here. This 3 HP archer that's been firing away somehow on 3 HP. Another 5 XP. There we're almost to the second commander commendation. We're literally only 60 XP away from getting the giant command radius, which will be very nice. Alright, meanwhile, apparently this guy cannot shoot that tile, which I sure would have thought that it could, but apparently not. So, I guess you got to move a tile down there. Oh, but we can move here and shoot, so okay. Meanwhile, you take out this archer. It's only 5 defending strength. That allows you to shoot this archer. Yeah, take out a good chunk of its health bar. And like, there's not really any tiles on which this guy can deploy units anymore. Heal for, I'll fortify for this turn, and then maybe next turn I can use the pillage heal. You guys, I'm content just to have you stand there and defend. Did we attack up here yet this turn? Nope. Couldn't remember if I already attacked this turn or not. Oh, here we go. And then you just know this other spear is going to walk in, and I'm going to have to kill that one too. Because, you know, that's just how it's going to roll here. Alright, are we at the capital? We are. It looks like running a specialist here is the best yield. It's literally just all positives. There's no negatives, just positives. That's pretty cool, though. Because normally you have to pay a cost for specialists, but like we're offsetting it because we get bonuses from being next to mountain tiles. Okay. So we finished the blacksmith. I don't know that we were... I guess we do the monument, I guess. I mean, it looks like this is the best place to put it on. Even though it's not, doesn't like really qualify for... I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. Do we have any other buildings that get bonuses for being next to resources? I don't think we do. So sure, we'll just put it there. It's not the most ideal tile, but I don't care. We'll keep this as a city, but I didn't really want to go beyond 3 cities on the home continent, because the game strictly penalizes you now for having like a lot of cities. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go here. You're following up as well. I think we might be able to take Pataliputra on this next turn. We'll see. Oh, unless an elephant just appears in the back lines. Okay. I love that. I love it. It just appears. I guess because they built it in the city, but I love it. It's great. Cool. Well, at least this elephant was a freaking moron and decided to embark into the water. Alright. As we said, get the district defenses down. That's the thing that really matters. Then just kill this guy. And as soon as we take the city, no more units popping up magically anymore. Ballistas, of course, are not very good at fighting enemy units, but we'll take it. Because that's where archers are in range. This is just going to tickle this guy. These elephants are actually pretty sturdy. 30 strength. No, I'm trying to attack. Thank you. Alright, let's see. I'd like you to kill this archer. Because you can do so pretty easily. I'd like you to go harass this elephant. Wait, what? Oh, I guess we already attacked with that thing. Never mind. Alright, so now I've got some spears. You should be able to kill this. There we go. We got another triumph. Tower of Babel of 150 population. I don't even know if that's that great. And this. I have a level 8 commander. Wow. And this. First to conquer a capital. Okay. That's an instant reward. There we go. So apparently we got a lot of stuff for that. How do you get penalized for more cities? So in the patches, they added 2 different things that are really annoying. For every additional city, the costs go up on a per building basis. And in addition to that, for every building you put in, all the additional buildings get more expensive. So going beyond a handful of cities gets very, very punishing in this game. And you can actually see that it's for the non-warehouse buildings. So like every time I construct a building, the next building gets more expensive. And then Um, it's like for each copy of the building, it also gets more expensive. So because I've already built a garden in the capital, this garden is more expensive. So if you build a lot of cities, they just get more and more and more expensive. It's pretty bad. It's like this very very strong. Yeah, and of course, the other spear walked into the city center tile up here at Samapa. So the game really, they really just want you to build towns. They want you to have a handful of cities and everything else towns, which I find to be really annoying. Anyway, but yeah, Mount Ragebait has gotten resolved, has gotten back in our territory now. Apparently we can't build. Apparently every building is already in here, which is pretty nice. So I was thinking I'd have to purchase some stuff. Anyway, thanks for subscribing, Thorin. Yeah, building inflation it's just like why? Why is this in the game? I don't get it. Now we just have to sail over here and go kill this. So I'll try to load up my ballistas, unload them here, and just kill the city. Hopefully we should be able to take Samapa quickly. And I think I'm gonna raise this. I don't really want this. Samapa is okay because we've got mountain tiles, and this variant's all about mountain tiles. We also have 1,000 gold, so we can certainly buy more buildings. I've been trying to build up Pompeii. So I guess we'll do this. And we need to get over to the water. See, now we can do Fishing Key Harbor. So now we finish a quarter there. There we go. I don't have a great sense for when you should, like, turn something into a different town. Like, when you should stop growing these. I feel like just getting more tile. I guess it's when you're out of, like, good tiles to pick up. Which, I feel like Sherpaville is not out of good tiles. But something with sheep is pretty much out of good tiles to pick up. So maybe we should... Because, like, the tiles it's grabbing are pretty lousy. Also, wait, what the... What is this? Okay, this face is apparently is happy. It looked not happy to me. Yeah, but I forgot we can upgrade the army commander, so let's do that. We'll finish out this. Commander applies zone of control to enemy land units. Okay, and then we get to take another commendation. So we want that +1 range. Now we got the big fat double. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Now that's the units that get our command bonus. Pretty nice, huh? But yeah, anyway, let's move closer to the coast. We've still got to kill this unit over there, but like there's no more units that are going to be popping out. Oh yeah, and we're keeping the settlement, obviously. What were some of the names? Yeah, chose unwisely. That's the name. There were some good suggestions, but that's it. That's it. Because this guy, I was going to leave him alone. I legitimately was going to leave him alone. And he picked this war. So, yeah. Let's see. We also have more resources available. Okay. Dies for happiness? Sure. Sure, why not? That's not a city, so we can't assign those resources. Anyway, so if you're curious about let's just look at the triumphs so far. So we're not getting this one. We're not building 7 wonders. We can't get this. There's not enough city-states. It's literally not possible. We could get an altar. We just need to buy one. We might as well get that. Like, why not? We might want that. Probably not. Not that. Not that. I would really like this. +1 resources in all settlements. I don't know if I even have enough slots for this, though. But I would like to get that. You can see we already hit some of these. We can certainly get this if we want it. Conquer and hold 6. This is great, but like, how can we even get 6 settlements? There weren't even that many available to take. We already have this. This would be, we have to do projects. Display 12 codices. I don't think that's happening. Let's see. First to study all civics and masteries. Maybe. No one studied philosophy yet. Maybe. Have 50 excess happiness. I mean, we almost have that in our capital. This one I was trying to get, but I just couldn't explore enough of the map. +1 food on breathtaking tiles. Great. Oh, sorry. I missed the very end of that. And first to research all technologies and messages. Probably not happening. Be at war with all civs. First to conquer a capital. We already got some of this stuff here. Anyway, all right. So now we have a chance to grow here. So now we can start grabbing these mountain tiles. I actually think this can become a really nice city or settlement or whatever once we start grabbing these. Mount Rage Bait. That's going to be a very nice town. We'll probably turn that into an urban center eventually. Okay, Mountain Home. Yeah, Mountain Home has literally nothing to build right now. Like in a normal game, I might build some merchants and send them to other AIs, but like, what would I do with that for? We should probably get a second army commander, just because that'll carry over to the next era. Not for this war, but like if we have to fight another one. All right, you killed an archer. Congratulations. War is pretty much at an end, though. We'll keep this one. We need a name for that one as well. Is there another increase? Yeah, even with the increased settlement, I still don't know if I want this spot. Maybe I'll just keep it anyway, though. I don't know. Can you keep that one, the better island? Yeah, that's good. The better island. 10 turns until we get control of it, though. All right, anyway, so... Oh, wait, I was going to say you're outside the radius of this, but... Oh, we would have killed that if I had... Anyway, you need to pop in here. I should have actually kept the army commander further back, because this ballista is not in range, unfortunately. And they only have one movement point. Oh, okay, that was in range, but sure. Anyway. Okay. So we've got the ballista in there. You guys pop one in. I can probably unload them next turn. All right. Boop, boop, boop. We'll start working on sieging that down. Probably should have fired on with this guy before I loaded up the army commander. I think you need to heal. Yeah, he's still spending influence on that. Oh, now we finally got the extra resources from that. Apparently last turn we didn't have them. Okay, well, we do need science, so... Let's slide in something that gives us science. No, oh my god, I hate this interface so much. Okay, we don't need unit production anymore, so we can... let's see. Yeah, we don't need unit production anymore, so we can certainly slot this stuff in. Here, the better island can have that. The resource thing is like good in the very, very early game, but after that it gets kind of silly. Yeah, trade routes, sure. No need for trade routes in this game. I shall have thought. Let's do the market. I don't really feel like I need any of these other things. I mean, the villa is nice for influence, but like we don't even need influence anymore. I think it's just the market, which clearly I was gonna say should go here, but no, that actually has terrible yields. This would cost us a lot of food to go here. How about just here on this tile with the altar? It won't cost us anything. So sure. All right. I'm going to try to get through these turns a little sooner. Oh, look at this. Apparently his commanders have now respawned. Yeah, they will reappear eventually. Which is going to be annoying just because it's going to be hard to unload units. Just because they literally eat up tiles. Alright, well. See you later, elephant. Bye. Of course, the only unit I really need to unload is the siege thing. I don't think that this spear will move out of the city because it needs to defend it. Okay, he's still spending more influence to oppose the war. The AI is absolutely obsessive about that. Anyway, yeah, there's still more good tiles to grab over here, so I'm gonna let this keep growing. There's too many good tiles to keep grabbing at Sherpaville, and like why, like, I don't really need to turn it into a city or whatever, or a town with a focus. I think something with sheep when it hits this next growth, though, I will, because there's not really good tiles to grab there. Sula's better Tiwanaku probably as well. We can probably just turn this into not a city. What would we even turn this into? A mining town, I guess. More income. What's it connected to, by the way? Where are its connections shown? Oh, it has a lot of connections. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to this, and it definitely looks like mining town is the best option here. So that's 10 gold per turn. The fishing town is not useful here. The urban center, no. We'll turn this into a mining town. Doesn't really have any good buildings to grow onto. Okay. So now it should be sending food to those, like, to all those other places, especially to Mountain Home and Sherpaville, right? Like, how much food is this producing? Okay, well, it doesn't have much food, so that's not doing a whole lot, but... Somehow this archer with 3 HP made it through the war. I have no clue how that managed to survive, but it did. Somehow it survived the war. What is this? Oh, we have a new army commander. I was like, what the heck is this? Apparently we got a free promotion to start. Cool. Honestly, why don't you hang out over here? Because we might someday need to send units off to the west, like in the next era. Alright. First things first. What is on this tile? What? Oh, no, I don't want to be in attack mode. Take me out of that unit. What is on this tile? Urban district, homelands. I should be able to fire from this tile. There we go. Remember, hitting army commanders doesn't, you don't take damage from that. Anyway, yeah, you need to get out in the water. I think it appears as though I have blocked myself from crossing into the water with that guy, but whatever. Yeah, you guys just heal. Celebration. We don't need gold, so we'll take the food. We can now run another policy. None of these are very useful. We'll take the +1 production. But while I do think I want to keep growing here, I mean it's Buttwall. Of course, it's got to keep growing. Still this town still has enough good tiles that we want to keep rolling along here, especially the mountain ones. But while we do want to start purchasing some of these buildings, let's start with the food ones. Okay. And the saw pit, apparently. Okay, that works. Getting great yields on all these mountain tiles, it's pretty cool. I guess I'll do the fishing key in the harbor next. I can afford both of them this turn, so... There we go. Alright, just like that. Got a lot better. Remember to get another altar. Yes, and another... Okay, we'll do that next turn. That's right, we should get that. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to run that, whatever it's called, tradition or whatever. I mean, we'll just build research initiative for right... yeah, that's fine. I was going to say because engineering is almost complete, but it's fine. We can do the... We actually get a lot of extra science when we're running that. AIs out there in the fog are certainly building more. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sure. Here you go. Alright. Math for the academy, which we would like to get. I mean, actually, this These give us what's it called? Well, it says 1 turn, but that's with a lot of overflow, so it's really not 1 turn. Now let's get math. We want those academies so we can get actual science. That's what we're hurting on the most in this game. Yeah, so we don't really need most of these buildings. But more culture is always good, so we'll do the amphitheater. Sure, why not? Now, this gets a bonus for being next to stuff that we don't have. So, since we don't have anything, we'll just put this on a generic tile. Alright. Doing stuff. Shooting things. Oh, we should have the ballista shoot first, because no, galley, no. Ballista, it like won't allow me to swap to a different unit here. Okay. There we go. You're better against units, so. There we go. Alright. Almost. Are you fully healed? Yes, then you just go to sleep. You just chill as well. Same thing, heal. Look at that. I swear to God, if he puts another settler down. No. Let's take the +8 science, please. I'm actually going to drop the influence. I don't need the influence right now. Alright, now we can get an altar in Old Buttwall here. This seems like the best spot. Alright, there we go. First to have 6 altars. I don't know if we'll want to run this. You can only pick 3 dedications for the next era, so I don't know if we're going to want that or not, but it is what it is. Alright, let's grab this. As I said, it doesn't feel like the tiles we have, doesn't feel like there's that much else to do at something with sheep. So let's pick a focus for this one as well. Yeah, same thing. It feels like Mining Town is the best option here. Alright, so that's going to be providing some extra food to other cities. Okay, Mountain Home, remember, Mountain Home translates 10% of its food into production, so it's getting 19 production from Huayna Pachacuti's ability. See, the other 18.9, yeah. And the food, here we go, 61 food from connected towns. Wow. Interesting. Wow, that's pretty noteworthy. I'm going to screenshot that. 61 food from connected towns. Dang. It's growing pretty fast. It's 189 food per turn, so it's growing quickly. Grabbing some very good tiles in the process, too. Anyway, thanks for the reminder, by the way, Guanadin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Alrighty, so what do we have to go for next? This is not very useful. Philosophy would give us a small amount of bonus science from specialists. It's probably commerce is the most useful thing. +1 resource capacity in cities. Now, granted, that's only cities, not towns, unfortunately. This is probably the +3 culture for each city-state is honestly better than some of the other stuff that's out there. Well, there is a bonus for being the first one to research philosophy. Let's make a run at that. There's one of the triumphs is be the first one to research philosophy. Oh, somebody was dumb enough to move into the water. That was a mistake. I don't know what you thought you were going to do with that. Anyway. Alright. Oh my god, we got another promotion on this army commander? This is ridiculous. Okay. This one gives yields if they're standing in a district, but why would you use an army commander to stand in a district? That's kind of silly. So I guess we go down the logistics one. Or I guess we could do Bastion. Hold on. This one is the reason why you would want this, because you can put more units in the commanders. But I think I might rather just go down the Bastion one. Just when units are getting attacked, they get extra defenses. Ooh, land units heal 5 HP after attacking. Let's go down, right? I just never get commanders promoted this far. Alright, anyway. So we just gotta kill this spear. I think this guy can do it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, well, you know what? This is why we have a military commander. Boom. Are you kidding me? We have to kill the scout, too? Are you freaking kidding me? He's defending with a freaking scout? Are you kidding me? What a... what a joke. We literally can't take the city this turn because he has a scout standing in it. Anyway. OP scout... Yeah, OP scout strats, right? Anyway. Okay, well, the better island comes out of resistance shortly. Anyway, this one will turn into a town shortly as well. I mean, we might as well put the warehouse buildings in these, though, because the warehouse buildings never obsolete, so they're pretty worthwhile to get, and they're very cheap, too. Like, Mount Ragebait, I would have bought them, but there's literally nothing else to buy in here. Yeah, there's no more buildings to buy. Oh, we also want to make sure we can convert this to a city as soon as it pops out of resistance. But anyway, the better island... Oh, wait, I guess it's... Never mind. I thought it was... That countdown was almost done. All right, where are we? Oh, no, never mind. It was just growing a tile this turn. Okay. Well, you know what? Why don't you get yourself a fish resource? Well, actually, okay, we'll grab you a fish resource. Because I think we have room for... Do we not have a slot for a fish? We're working them. Every town has a slot. Well, this one... No, never mind. That one's pretty good. Okay, I guess we just have a bonus fish resource then. Well, I'm not training units there, so... Get the fish. More food. Alright, amphitheater. Looks like this is a good spot for it. Right next to the mountain. It costs us some minor gold, but we're not exactly hurting on gold at the moment. Alright, yeah, these military units can just go to sleep. Alright. Now can we... Oh. Apparently the scout moved out of the city. Do we shoot down the last great general? Wait. I know they're technically called army commanders, but I still think of them as great generals. Alright. Falls. And with this, Ashoka is no more. He chose unwisely. That was, So now the question is, do we keep this island city? And I think, I think the answer is probably no. But by the same token, like, what is in here? I guess I'll keep it. I wish there was another way to get more towards the settlement limit, but I do get I do have the settlement limit turned up with this mod, so we're probably okay, I guess. The other one was the better island, though. Anyway, no more AIs to worry about. I don't think there's any more plus settlement limit in the civics tree, because this one does not have anything. This one does not. Renamed a lesser island. Done. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I can get there. All right. Nope. renaming is more difficult than it needs to be either as well. All right. So it's like we have all this influence that's just going to sit around and do nothing. Yeah, I mean, I think that most of these units can just like go to sleep because like what else is there to do until we get to the next era, right? We're just kind of waiting for these to come out of resistance and purchasing buildings. Did Butwell already get? Butwell just needs the brickyard, so let's get that. I've already purchased all the buildings in Butwell, Pompeii, and Sherpaville. And Chose Unwisely comes out of resistance in 4 turns. So now we're just kind of waiting for the era to end because there's like nothing else we can really do until the era comes to a conclusion. All right, I think we're finally going to grab the crabs tile there. +1 food on warehouse buildings. We can actually put that in. It's actually probably better here in Butwall. So we have multiple warehouse buildings there. Did that actually increase the food on the mountain tiles? Because note that they're getting 3 food here, and all my other ones are getting 2 food? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Alright, yeah, you guys can just go to sleep. This army commander looks very lonely over here with no one else in the area. The declare war diplomatic action has been canceled. Anyway, let's look at the victory. Where's the new victory screen? I don't know how to access it. Like this is the legacy screen, but I don't remember where the victory screen is. So I guess these are the ones I'll have available. And we're not changing our civs, so the civs available don't matter. I know there's a way to look at the victory screen somewhere, but it was added to the game. Is it here under Advisor Council? No. Why is there a button for that, but not for the victory screen? There's a way to look at it, but I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is, F1. I just hit F1 and it popped up. All right. So this is the new victory system, by the way. Where you get points in different categories by like doing things that follow the game. So we are not doing especially well in most categories, except we're doing very well in military. Although I think we're catching up in economic as well. All right, so cultural. We have like very, very little. We get them for building unique buildings and wonders. Where is where it says what you need to do for cultural? Tourism needed to win. Where does it say where the score points come from? I don't know where it explains where the points come from. GDP needed to win. This victory is currently locked. Oh yeah, it's not possible to win in this era. So anyway, we were way behind everyone else earlier, but you can see now we're starting to catch up from building. Oh, here it is. This is what it says. Assign resources, gold buildings, assign city resources. Last turn plus 18. The military one is the one we're winning currently. Well, why did highlighting the economic one tell me? But why is highlighting the military one not telling me? Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So this is, we get points for settlements, basically. Well, this is kind of interesting. We can tell how many settlements everybody else has. Aren't the culture points below the... I guess, so this is showing, I guess. So, I mean, the big way you get culture points is by building wonders. Somebody out here built a lot of wonders. We got them for building our unique buildings. That's about it. Somebody got 10 points just for finding a natural wonder. We didn't even have a natural wonder on our continent. And then scientific, it's mostly discovering techs, I think. can see we don't have much innovation, but we are dominating the military condition. Too bad nobody can win a victory in the ancient era. We're like double, so we're double everybody else in size already. Let's see, so we get 4 points per settlement base, and we get a point for a conquered one. And then we get another 4 points for someone else's capital. We get 4 points for our capital. Okay, so yeah, we have quite a few points. It's noteworthy that cities do not give you any more points over towns, which is kind of interesting. But it looks like someone else, no one else, look at how pathetic the AI is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No one else has more than 7 settlements. I mean, we have 12. We have 12. No one else has more than 7. Like, it's just sad how bad they are at this. Alright, did Chosen Wisely finally come out of... Oh, great, another flood to deal with. Great. What is this? An unmet city-state has been defeated. Okay. +1 spearman or +1 migrant? I think we want the +1 migrant, thanks. I don't think we need a spearman that badly, and we might as well put him in the capital. Alright. Aren't we supposed to be able to take tiles away from other settlements? I thought we could change. I thought we could take. I thought they had changed it so you can now take tiles away from other settlements. I could have sworn that they had said that you can now do that. Anyway. Well, we'll take that. All right, over here. Yeah, as I said, that we'll grab this resource. What is this one again? Tin. Oh, that's actually not bad. +4 production in. But I mean, it's basically 4 gold per turn. All right, and then we're also going to turn into a town of some kind. Again, mining town looks like the best option, unless we wanted to just make it an urban center. But this doesn't feel like an urban center to me. I mean, we could use this to extend trade routes, but to whom? There's nobody we could run them to. Like, there's literally no one to send them to. So, even though it feels weird that this island would be a mining town, it seems like that's the best option. Give us even more gold here. Needs to be in range, and oh, you can only take unimproved tile. Oh, okay. So we can't swap this because it's an improved tile? Oh, I see. So, but once it's improved, you can't change it. Okay. Okay. I thought you could, like, actually swap tiles, but apparently that's not a possibility. Okay. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, it's not good to hear, but it's better than the alternative. Okay. You can see I'm not really using the salt because I'm not training units. Okay. Alright, where is the flooded river? Which river flooded again? Oh, it's over here. Okay. It just, I really wish you could turn off the stupid disasters. They're just very annoying and they don't serve any purpose. Okay, yeah, I just did that game, thanks. Alright, yeah, okay. We could grab this, but I don't know that we really need pearls that badly. Let's grab the tiles that have science on them, because that's what we need the most. Alright, same deal over here. I actually have some decent tiles over here on this city. I don't know why we get production for these water tiles, but I'm not going to complain. Alright, amphitheater done. Yeah, we'll just build this stuff because not that we really need it, but what else are we going to do? Like, there's not a lot to do right now. Sure, all it does is cost. It only costs 2 gold per turn. Other than that, it's all benefit. So sure, why not? Alright, yeah, you just go to sleep. Alright, chose unwisely. 2 turns until you can build or change focus. Okay. We're almost out of resistance there. Mount Rage Bait. That's right, I was going to buy buildings for you, but you don't need any. So, did we get everything here? At Buttwall. So I guess we'll do something with sheep next, because why not? Yeah, saw pit. And granary. Like, we got this money burning a hole in our pocket, and these buildings never obsolete, so I wish the whole game the buildings would avoid never obsoleting, but that's not how it works. All right, we still have plenty of good tiles to expand onto here. Probably the horses. Okay. Yeah, I think the horse is the best tile we can grab here. And yeah, we're still... The terrain down here is just so freaking good. Like, production is what's really strong in this game, and this city has small... Sherperville just has crazy good production, so... Unfortunately, its growth is finally starting to slow down. Maybe I should have sent the migrant here to Sherperville, because it's growing a little bit slower there. Alright, Mountain Home literally has nothing to build, so we'll do the research initiative, which really does help our... Yeah, we went from 80 to 107, so that's pretty nice. While we don't have anything to build, we might as well. And otherwise, we're just kind of chilling here, waiting for this to come out of resistance, just waiting for the era to tick. Something we can't control. Okay. Apparently 2 different people fulfilled that. We're closest to 50 excess happiness here. We're at 39. So we're pretty close. Anyway, yeah, let's get those mountains. We're going to grab these mountains. We're going to build here. The Better Island is unhappy. But that's just because it's... wow, hey, a turn where we do absolutely nothing. I love it. Oh, someone else got the first to study philosophy. Well, they barely got it before us. Someone got the found 8 settlements. Okay. Alright, chose unwisely. We'll repair the minor damage we did, and let's turn this into a city, because this is actually a good spot. Alright. Let's see. Well, we want to make sure we get the basic buildings done. So let's look at this city, what we actually have in here right now. We have City Hall, Granary, Brick House, Brickyard, and Library. They did build the unique quarter in here. We actually had the same unique quarter. Market, Sawpit, Barracks, Harbor, Fishing Key, Lighthouse. A lot of farms. A lot of woodcutters. Okay. This has... What's the overview? 31 production per turn. A little low on food, though. Let's mount Rage Bait. It's not growing very quickly, but the AI doesn't build very well, so there's only so much we can do about that. Let's see. This will give us the warehouse bonus. I think we do the blacksmith first, because that's +1 production on quarters. Okay, yeah. Now, it's interesting, because on this screen here, it said +4 production, but then when I went into the actual screen, it was like, oh, by the way, you can get 12 production if you want. So that's 100% worth doing. And the Better Island is now due to get its own buildings. Here you go. Fishing Key, Harbor. There we go. It doesn't take adjacencies and specialists into account. Great, I love it. It doesn't take adjacencies into account. Cool, just what I want. Anyway. So, chose unwisely is getting some pretty good resources. That's fine. And I think I'd like Mount Ragebait actually to get this, because I have all the warehouse buildings in there. So you can, so what was it? Didn't I have an extra slot somewhere? This is like the most unwieldy screen to be working with. Alright, I guess that's the best I can do for right now. You can set it to in the settings? Okay, well that's helpful. Why would that not always be that way? Settings. Oh my god, why would that not be the default? Why would that not be the default? Like, why? This game is just It's like, yes, let's give you misleading information. Let's not tell you the actual numbers. Let's not give you the actual numbers. Let's give you misleading stuff that does not give you the real numbers. Wait, where are we right now? Which city are we in? We're in Chose Unwisely. Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure you get the ones that are we're going to Mount Rage Bait. Okay. All right, Mountain Home. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna if there's nothing to build, we're just gonna stay on the research initiative because there's, like I said, there's not much to do. Okay, yeah, I mean, like this is what you want, right? Why would you not want to see the negatives? That's so bizarre. We might as well do the arena. This is the best yield by far. Doesn't seem like it really matters where we put this either. Let's see, the bath wants to go here, though. I want to combine them together. So we'll pick this spot for the two of them. It finds, like, the best tile it wants you to pick. Well, true, understood. But it's still better to have it this way, I think. Sounds like some other AIs are finally getting to 8 settlements. You're like, oh, I agree with you. I'm just trying to explain what the logic might have been. I mean, I think if we get more specialists, that'll be more valuable. We don't really have specialists right now. And by the way, I hate scrolling through this so much. All right. I think that's good. Narrative choice. 100 culture. I mean, both of these are worthless. We don't need either of these, but sure, we'll take the happiness towards the next celebration, even though they're both basically pointless. I mean, this is no good. This does nothing for us right now. I mean, I guess this carries over into the next era, but like, this is still bad. This is still bad overall, unless we're running a lot of endeavors, which we're not. Maybe in the next era we will, but I'd rather get to commodities and unlock +1 resource capacity than cities, because that at least does something. This would give us victory points for GDP from imported resources, which is not going to help. Oh, wait a minute. Hangzhou is really good. I think we want that. I just see +29 production. Sounds great. Probably should have gone for that sooner. All right, we can add another pop point or a specialist. It feels like we should probably add a specialist because these yields are not very good. This will give us 3 beakers and 3 culture. That sounds good. Yeah, why does the civic screen look like this? I cannot figure this out. I cannot figure out why the policies look like this. Like, why? Like, okay, pause here for a second. Let me show you. Civ6 basically used the same system, right? Like, Civ6 basically used the same system. You pick policies and you ran a government, like, by running policies. So, like, why is this game totally unable to do something basic? You want to see what it looks like in Civ6? Which is not a flawless game by any means. It's not showing the screen. Hold on. Display capture. Here we go. Okay. This is the same screen in Civ 6. Somehow, we're able to display every policy card on the screen simultaneously, and it also shows you here's the slots, and here's what they do. And you literally just click, and you instantly pick them. Like, this is Interface 101. This is not hard, folks. It's not hard to do a little card. You can clearly see all of the information, and yet what do we have for Civ 7? We'll go back to Civ 7 here. Like WTF, what is this? They are so gigantic and bloated, and you can only see 3 of them at a time. I have 10 active policies. I can only see 3 of them at a time. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what is going on? Who possibly thought this was a good idea? Like, this is basic stuff. If you're in, like, your Comp Sci 101 class, you're going to get a failing grade if you design your projects like that. Like what are we doing here? Anyway, it's so mind-boggling. Anyway, yeah, it's just, it doesn't make sense why it would be like that. So you get the idea. It's, I don't get it. There are mods that keep tackling this. The problem is they keep releasing patches, and the patches keep breaking the mods. Like, I had some cool ones before, but the patches kept breaking the mods. Alrighty, so we've pretty much got everything we need. Ironworking just gives units, which we don't need in this era. So let's start grabbing codices, or codexes, or whatever they're called. And we'll just get what we can before the era's over. Alright, time to build that academy. +1 for each resource or wonder. Looks like this is the... Well, actually here, this is probably good. Because these will cost us yields. This just doesn't cost us much of anything. If you're wondering why do I get the influence, it's because I'm running a policy, what's it called? The thing that you pick before you start your game. A memento that gives me influence for that. At least we'll have plenty of influence saved up for the next era. Alright, anyway, better island. Let's just wrap this up. Saw pit and altar. There you go. You've already got every building you can. You've already got every building you can hold. And we'll let you grow for a little bit longer. Get some more tiles there. Got to get our science up. We built no wonders in this era. Yeah, we could steal technological advancement. So much for that. Alright. We don't need 200 gold. Gold is not an issue here. Alright, we can take another policy. Sure, we'll take the specialist one. 3 beakers per turn. Still 3 beakers. 3 beakers is 3 beakers. Give me those mountain tiles. Alright, you are, well, you're the lesser... There's a reason why we named you the lesser island, because you are, 1, 2... Yeah, you don't take that tile. That gets reserved for the better island. There's a reason why we named you the lesser island, because you kind of are terrible. And we can't even purchase stuff in you yet. Alrighty, let's go grab that other codex. Where's our codex screen anyway? We have 3 of them so far? Okay. Great. Only 10% remaining. Alright, well, I mean, we're basically just waiting for the next era to start. There's not like there's much going on right now. Basically just waiting until we are allowed to cross the ocean again. I love how we just are not allowed to cross the ocean. Navigation too actually does do something because we can. Oh wait a minute. Wasn't there a lighthouse improvement? Here it is, Antiquity Bridge. Yeah. This actually does something. All right, so we definitely want the academy next to resources and wonders. So this looks good here. The only things that actually give us more. So we want. Oh wow, we actually have. Holy cow, we have some great yields here. We're going to do the academy because that's the only one we care about. But look, we can actually get some insane happiness from the arena and the amphitheater. So those go next to mountains. We can pair the amphitheater and the arena on the same tile, I think. Academy. Probably here, right? We can replace the woodcutter, but that's fine. That's not. We can replace it with a mountain tile that's better anyway. Yeah, I want to make sure these tiles are going to the Chose Unwisely, which is the better city. Which is this city. The other one's not a city. Alright, yeah, we're just kind of chilling here. Until this meter ticks up. Whoa, what? What in the world was that? Alright, apparently someone out there is killing the city-states. Apparently. Spherical Earth. Oh, wow. Grants scientific attribute point? Yes, please. Cool. Well, we should have time to finish that before the era ends. What did we get that for? Why was that even an option? Oh, here it is. Spherical. Oh, okay. And that's the answer. So it's a project. The little light bulb means it's a project. Okay. I didn't know that. This is new. This wasn't in the game before. This game has changed so many times already. So the codexes are the little scrolls. And then Chart the Stars was apparently also a project, but I guess someone else built that, I guess. Alright, so anyway, we're still growing here. The turtles. This is such a good yield. I just want... Yeah, I think I just want this. Sherperville can still get another growth before the era ends. I mean, look at this. 70 food, 50 production. It's giving me 50 gold per turn because it's a town, which is pretty nice. By the way, how are those victory conditions coming along? It's been a little while since we checked in. So cultural, we're still terrible. Like, cultural, we're still not competitive because we didn't build any wonders. Economic, though, we seem like we've caught up with the rest of the pack pretty well. Last turn, 23. Military, the AI has been building some stuff. Science, we've also trying to catch up a little bit, I guess. Literacy, okay, some of these are also from wonders. Okay, mostly they're codices. As we get more codices, we'll catch up there. We kind of had this big war we had to fight, so we're kind of focused on that. Oh, here we go. One available tradition. Yeah. I think we want that. +2 in joyous or happier settlements. Alright, so what's the terrible one that we had running? This one is awful. Even more money. Okay, we have so much money. Alright. These are both terrible. These are both just useless for us, but... I don't know. Culture, I guess. It's like one turn towards our next thing. Commerce, I said the +1 resource capacity would actually be useful. Someone got to the 12 codices. Yeah, some of the AIs definitely got to some of these faster than us. Still, if we can get that +1 scientific attribute point, that'll be nice. We have tons of money, so we should continue buying the warehouse buildings in every town. Because they, as I mentioned, they will last throughout the era. Okay, apparently we have pretty good yields in this town, too. Unfortunately, the altars will not last. I don't think so. I think that we lose that in the next era, but whatever. Alright, fishing key and harbor. I mean, they're pretty cheap relative to how much money we're making, and we can't even carry most of this money into the next era anyway. Oh, okay. We can only get that on the city center tile, apparently. 10,000 gold worth of purchases. Cool, now we've got merchants that we can't use because there's no one to... Oh, you know what we can do? We can send them to the two city-state... We can send them to our city-state allies. That's literally the only thing we can do. Because there's nowhere else to send them. Anyway. Well, this is apparently just a net negative everywhere. That's okay, though. Because we'll get to grab another... It's not as bad as it looks like. We'll get to grab another tile. So, like, it's not as bad as it might have sounded there. There we go. Alright, here we've grabbed all the water tiles. But there's still more production tiles to grab, so we'll grab that. Hold on to them on next age. Oh, you can use them in the next age? I forgot. I didn't realize you could do that. Okay. We are not on regroup. We are on continuity, which is now the default setting. Okay. In that case, you guys go one to the west coast and one to the east coast. And then don't bother me. So we can maybe send them to another AI. Oh, we finally got to the countdown. Okay. The Antiquity Age is drawing to a close. View details. Okay, great. So now we're on the clock countdown here. No. The game was like, why don't you send a trade route here? Didn't I just tell you to go? I swear I gave you guys both go-to orders. Didn't I tell you to head over here and hang out with the Great General? You guys can hang out together and commiserate about how you didn't get to do anything. All right, I already purchased pretty much everything here. All right, so you're basically done. I'm not purchasing the altar. Pretty sure the benefit of that goes away at the end of this era. What I should do, though, is I should get some settlers queued up so that at the next era I can just start sending settlers off into the fog. Like, one here and, like, one over here. I can have the capital build done. Well, capital's going to be done soon. Still working on that. Maybe King Cotton or something. I don't know. I can rush. I have plenty of money. I can rush buy stuff. We've already upgraded better. We can rush by. Yeah, we can rush by settlers out of here. Like 2 of them over here, 1 of them up here, and then like 2 of them over here, or 2 of them here. So we have like 5 settlers ready to go for the next era. Now that we're on the final countdown, we should probably do that. And also have some ships, like 2 ships up here, 2 ships over here, ready to go exploring. Now that leaves us without ships over here, but maybe I can get some ships out over there later on. Alrighty. The whole counting down to the end of the era thing is pretty silly anyway. Alright, we finished this. So what actually is going to continue over into the next era? Very little of this. It does feel kind of pointless sometimes because like most of this won't carry over, but the influence actually does. So we'll try to get this because influence is a hard one to get. Can turn that off too. I don't think you can turn off the buildings obsoleting as much as I wish you could. Oh wow, settlers are, wow, 1,000 gold. Okay, that's pretty pricey. That's pretty expensive. Okay. Oh, the turn time. Yeah, but anyway, we also need some scouts too, I think. Okay. Choose a tech. Can't really finish much more before the era ends. We could get the 2 codices there, but we can probably get some of these codexes at a cheaper rate, right? Because like this is significantly cheaper. Gold runnings don't have gold maintenance happens, don't have, so they're a bit more efficient. That's true. They're a bit more efficient. At least we're gonna get that scientific attribute point. Okay, so it feels like this might be a good one to grab. As I said, usually I don't grab specialists, but this actually does seem like it's worthwhile to grab. Yeah, because this is just a net positive in like every way. All right, you, my friend, want to keep grabbing those tiles. All right, King Cotton. Yeah, King Cotton, get at least 1 settler out, if possible. Mountain Home can probably do 1 as well. And we'll purchase the settler, so we have 1 over here. Purchase, as I said, 1, 2, 3. This one can go up there. Maybe 1 out of Mountain Home, 4, 5, something like that. Just counting down the last few turns here. Again, this whole era thing, I just think is like the decision to split the entire game into eras. I still think is one of the all-time dumbest decisions. It doesn't fit the series at all. It really doesn't. So we still got all these units over here. I have like no units over here. I probably should have grabbed 2 or 3 units and told them to go over here. But like they can't even get there before the end of the era, so I'll just leave them over here now. Alright, let's keep grabbing these mountain tiles, which are really, really strong. Yeah, just chill there. Alright, next turn. Like, it just feels really dumb, this whole, like, we're just counting down until the end of the era, just twiddling our thumbs, waiting for the era to end. How much is the next settler, by the way? 1,100. Okay. Probably can rush purchase one more, and then we'll be... We want to carry some gold into the next era. Oh, great. Another volcanic eruption. Just what I wanted. So glad you can't turn that feature off. So glad we can't turn that off. Have any damage we have to fix? No. Alright, a codex or 200 science. Well, neither one's really going to do anything at this point. Neither one of these really does anything, so a codex, sure, why not? Hooray. We have a whole bunch of... We have 7 of them at this point. Leader attribute... Wait, we just got a... Oh, there's our scientific attribute point. Cool. Yeah, 12 science is not terrible. I do always like getting the +1 production. By the way, how would you even know what decisions to make without the policy year previews? This is, by the way, this is a mod. This is not included in the game naturally. So just remember that. This is an addition which is not in the game normally. All right, what do we want here? I mean, just more tiles with good yields, I suppose. I don't think it matters that much, honestly. We could apparently get a 5 science specialist, but I'd rather, this close to the end of the era, I'd rather just grab tiles, I think. Alrighty. So this gives us another codex, sure, why not? Once Civ7 answered the old question, can you build a civilization that stands the test of time with? No, you can't. You have to become another Civ, basically. Alright, yeah, get me another settler out of here. So let's see. We have how many turns left? It said earlier, but I can't remember now. Well, we've got 1 finished, 2 in production. We can rush 1 more. That'll get us reasonably close to the 5 I was suggesting. We actually need some scouts too, but I can probably rush by some of the scouts in the next era. Scouts are, as I said, pretty cheap. So, as we said, the science and like the science buildings don't really carry over, the culture buildings don't really carry over, but the happiness will to at least some extent. So why don't we do the arena as well? We can put it on the same tile as this academy. Sure, that looks fine. Build a quarter. Display 12 codices, blah blah blah. Like, we were a little slow out of the gate in this game because we had to fight that long war. Is there anything I want for the +1 resource thing? It's better than this. I think. Maybe it's actually not. But it got us this, so there we go. I probably will take this dedication in the next era, because I'm getting an extra resource in every, and that's every settlement, not every city. So that's pretty nice. So that was why it was worthwhile to go there. All right, we're still growing here. These are not good tiles. There's a reason why you are the lesser island. All right, we got all the cheap codices. That one, this would have given our ballistas an extra movement point, but a little late for that now. I don't think we have, we don't think we have 6 turns left, so let's just take this. Oh wait, did I not get navigation? I don't think I ever got this. Whoops. Oh well. Apparently I never got the tech itself, for never mind the codex that goes with it. Apparently I never got that. So we didn't quite make it to the future civics, but we came pretty close. Like, there's almost nothing left on these, which I'll take, all things considered. Now this was a somewhat later ending to the era. Can you get another settler? Let's at least try. You're not going to be able to make it all the way there by the end of the era, but you can try. All right. So that's 4 settlers. Actually, I don't think you're going to get that done. So why don't you build some scouts instead? Just cram out scouts until the era ends and start sending them towards the coastlines. 4 turns. Yeah, okay, you wouldn't have had time to finish that anyway. But I think you can get another one done because you have so much production at Mountain Home. Yeah, you're going to go like over here. I love this coalition. We have Great General, Merchant, Settler, Settler up there, and this one. We'll finish it. I don't know where it's gonna go, but we'll finish it. All right. Yeah, you're just gonna build. You're just gonna build scouts for right now. Where is okay? Our surviving scout that we already had. You need to come over here. You go in this direction as well. Like the Eris, it just feels so gamey. Like everything about it feels unrealistic and gamey. And I'll just save the remaining money, and I should be able to carry over whatever's left into the next era, hopefully. Yeah, you just go to sleep. 3 more turns. More scouts. More scouts. That one was going up there. You head in this direction. I'll have to reassign where they're going when the next era starts anyway. Overall, pretty good era. We certainly dominated our island, and we can't get off this island even if we wanted to. Alright. Just wrap that up there. Sherpaville has 58 production, which is not bad for a town. You probably want this tile because that's the best available. I don't think we can even finish another tech before this era ends. I don't think we can finish that, but go ahead. Try to finish that. Oh, you know what we should do? We should finish the Nepalese Foundation in the time we have left. Scout. I don't think you can finish... Like, do I even want a garden or an altar? Because I don't think I do. So you build scouts as well. And you can produce them out here. Okay, we have an extra policy or something. Okay, I'm fine with what I have at this point. Yep, we're literally just doing nothing until the era ends. It's great. No, really, it's great, you guys. And then we're going to stop on the era transition because that's a convenient place to stop. And I can do most of it off stream because it's very slow. Alright, here you go. And one more scout. Man, this might seem silly, but these scouts are going to defog the whole map when the next era starts. So it's actually not a waste building them. You'll see. In the next era, you'll see. The scouts will have their revenge. Again, all these units are going to need their new go-to orders in the next era anyway. Alright. Okay. So let's take an overview screenshot, save the game in case something bizarre happens. So 140 turns for the Ancient Era. I don't know what you do to make it go faster. Apparently there's certain things you can do to make it go faster, but what they are, I don't know. We're going to carry over... Well, I don't know if we can even keep all of this, but ideally 1,500, almost, what is it, almost 2,000 gold and 500 influence for the next era. Yeah, it's like, let's take the end game, which has always been the worst part of Civ, and let's just do it repeatedly. Okay, great. Yeah, there's a volcano. Great, great. Oh, we have another... Okay, we have another turn. Great. You can get a cultural attribute point or a diplomatic attribute point. Okay, I'm glad I researched that. So apparently researching that gave me either a cultural attribute point or a diplomatic attribute point. Did the game tell me this? Was there anything in the game that said researching this will give you an attribute point? No. Why does the game not tell you this? Am I just supposed to know that research? Because, like, clearly researching that gave me an attribute point. But, like, why would it not tell you that? Just craziness. Anyway. Okay, so we want the diplomatic one so we can get the befriend independence faster, which is really strong. It's just really crazy that the game is like that. Okay, anyway. I mean, it's bad enough that assigning the attribute points, you have to go, like, deep into this screen. But anyway, this is the one we want. Now it costs, we spend 50% less influence to become friends with the city-states, which is, now, and, like, beyond that, the rest of the stuff doesn't really matter that much in this era, but that one's, in that tree, but that one's quite good. Okay, whatever. The era's over, guys. Like, it's literally over. Great. Cool, we get something else? Sure. Wonderful. Age transition has begun. Oh, okay. So, I guess we are... I guess that was the last turn of the era. We're going to continue with Nepal, by the way. Okay, and I guess we now have to... Oh, now we're picking the mementos. Okay. I probably just will stick with the two I have here because I don't even find these that interesting. Once again, by the way, love the interface. 100 mementos and you can see 4 of them at any one point in time. 4 of them. Do they just want you to scroll through a list that has 50 vertical entries on it? Like, are you kidding me? Why is the anyway, enough of that. I'll just keep these ones. I'm fine with these. How do I get out of this menu? Didn't I hit continue there? Okay, continue. Wait. I pick continue my Civ and then we play another turn? And then it goes to the next era? What is this? I'm so confused. And then we play another turn? Like, what? I'm so confused. Yes. What is going on here? This is so bizarre. This is, like, so clearly a janky system that was not finished. Yep, that's as far as we can go. Oh, and now we have a button to transition to next stage. What? So utterly bizarre. So, like, did the production finish that turn? Did my cities finish building what they were... Like, I'm so confused. Anyway, I think this game could actually be decent if they fixed the interface, if they, like, made terrain more apparent. But the biggest thing that the game needs is it needs to ditch the ages. The games would be way better without them. But unfortunately, that is the absolute bedrock principle of this game is you will play through 3 ages, which is probably going to be 4 when they release their expansion. Even though the last thing the game needs is another age. The game is actually coded. I've actually looked in the files, and so now we're in the next era. We actually carried over our money and our influence, so that's kind of cool. But I've actually looked in the game's XML files. And, oh, by the way, look, now new city-states, completely new city-states, replacing the ones we were friends with. It's actually coded as 3 entirely separate games. It is completely coded, self-enclosed, ancient era. And then there is an entirely separate game that is the exploration era, and then a third game, which is the modern era. It's literally written as 3 separate games, and, like, that's why the game has so much trouble transitioning. It's literally closing the game and booting up a new game with some features carrying over. Like, that's just... It's crazy why they would have decided to do that. Anyway, I will have to do this transition. I will do that off stream. We'll save here, because I gotta fiddle with all the annoying stuff you always have to do. the main thing we need to do is we want to get astronomy so we can actually. It's cartography. All civilian and support units can enter ocean terrain. But like, there's a lot of stuff to fiddle with. You have to reassign all your resources. You have to figure out where your units are. You have to pick new text or research. It like takes a little while to do all of it. You have to pick your dedications. All that stuff is annoying. I'm gonna do that off stream. But hey, we can finally get off our stupid starting island. We've been stuck here because the game was like, no, 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 you can't research the ability to get off your island. You have to wait the entire era. There's literally nothing you can do. You can't get off the island. At least our settlement limit went way up too. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on this Thursday. We will be back next week, not tomorrow, the following Friday, for the championship for Season 9 of Civ4 AI Survivor. It's going to be fun. Hopefully that game will go well. Until then, enjoy the weekend, folks. I know it's still a Thursday, but hope you're having a good one queued up. And if you're in my area, stay cool because it's really, really hot here. Anyway, have a good one, folks. Take care. Bye.